of Dawn Guard. Last week's title was Beginnings. Let's go with Begin Again. Begin Again. Begin Again. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so players, introduce yourselves. Let's go. Cord first, then Omara, and then
Mary.
Mary. All right.
Mary the Old.
I am Cord Campbell, Robbie Nag, to the fabric of the universe, and I will have my greatest wishes fulfilled by the time I die.
Wow, that was well stated. Oh my goodness.
Delusions
There's
of
the
Godhood?
No, I think we should put him and Valera in the same room for a while and just do like battle royale. What do you think?
I mean, I haven't ever tasted dragon before.
I heard that the red dragon is rather peppery, and the black dragon it kind of tends to be on the acidy side. The green dragon has kind of a strange taste, but some people like it.
Yeah, but it causes you to be a little gassy.
Yeah, it causes you to be gassy. The blue dragon, well, it gives you kind of a bite on the tongue and the body.
Hey, you know what the
And
copper one tastes like?
what?
Blood.
Playing tricks on us in the forest.
Copper dragon tastes like blood.
They're chaotic, chaotic good, and it was funny. It was one of those non-violent encounters that turned into a lot of fun.
All right. Next, Umra. Umra. Umara. Umara. She's waiting for the chant. Umara. Umara. Oh,
Oh, she's off.
she's off. So go ahead and go, Mary. We'll get her when she comes back.
I am Mary Elwyn, cleric of Nycos, cleric of the Green Veil and Veritas, also with a title Guardian of Life.
There we go. Excellent. Excellent. We'll get Umara when she comes back around. But in the meantime, let's do our story so far. Last week, there she is. Hey, we got the
Yay!
picture too. Yay!
Epic.
Okay,
I
go
had
ahead.
an update.
You had to update. Go ahead.
Hi, my name's Ali. I play Omar Brightwood, the ancestral barbarian dipped into druid level 19. And did we have a question? Or
No, you were supposed to. This is your chance to embellish your title. This was. Remember, because you heard Cord go off just a second ago on not only Brog Big Nag, but he's the pinnacle of genetic evolution on Nycos. Remember?
I just keep it simple, Mamaroha.
Oh, Maraha. Maraha. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So last week, if I recall correctly, Cord was not with us, so we pursued a different course. What did we do last week?
No, Cord.
I was with
There
you.
was Cord and Umara were off somewhere, coming through a pass, and there was the
Here's
castle.
our story so far.
There was a
Well,
castle we went into with the.
Oh, that's right. Because now,
yeah, that darn fire giant promised me he'd make me that big Tarrasque killing sword, and then he sent us to some weird castle that has like remnants of an old D&D group in it or something like that.
And we have an adolescent. What is those called?
a Grolem.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, the Grolem.
No, not the Golem. I thought it was the other thing, Erglik.
Oh, is it an Urglik?
Yeah, you said because he pointed to his people getting about 9.5 feet tall, and he's hairy. I didn't think Golem were hairy.
Oh no, Grolem are hairy. Grolem are hyenas.
Now, if he looked like a hyena, I wouldn't bother to ask because I've seen those.
You've seen Grolem before?
Maybe not. No.
No, I don't think you've ever seen Grolem because you asked him if he was a sect gen and he got all snooty. Yeah, he's a Grolem.
Okay.
He was like scoffing, saying that that they don't even deserve the title and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the Golem are pretty much antithetical to the second Genesis altogether.
I need to finish up here at this castle so I can go back and give that fire giant a piece of my mind.
Because you were sent to this castle to get your sword made, right?
Yeah.
But when you got here, the place was it was waterlogged and stuff.
Yes.
Totally waterlogged.
But that was fixed because you have somebody who can move 1,000,000 gallons of water. So
Basically, yeah.
she took care of that for you. So you had started inside, but what did you found? What was the
Okay.
Um,
She went up the stairs, got cut off.
She destroyed some runes, and the staircase that she had climbed up collapsed, and then she was teleported to the top of a tower.
Okay.
I did destroy a rune. It did get me on the top of tower. It was 10 stories up. I was recommended to turn into a roach and fall down, but there was a seagull. There's always a seagull.
There's always a seagull.
There's always a seagull.
It's pronounced sigil.
Sigil. I decided to Leroy Jenkins down the castle because roaches' bodies are invincible and can actually live without their heads for a day. And
Well, we weren't trying to decapitate you though, honestly.
oh, of course not.
That was not the plan.
I was still alive.
You were.
I would not have a problem if I was alive. Then I met up with Elizabeth, who protected me from the seagull, giving me enough chance to revert back. And then I rejoined the group.
Okay, so everyone's back and happy, but
as well as Elizabeth.
Right.
And then we went and investigated the Dogs of War's throne room, and that was pretty cool.
Then we went down and started. Yeah,
The one with the demon person, and then the one with a bloated elf corpse. So we've been through 3 of them. We started from left and moved our way right.
Okay. Left and right through to about the arches, right?
Yeah.
Trying to mentally remember where we were. Okay, so you've gone through
1, 2, 3.
Gone through 3 of them. So going to the next one then.
Yes.
Okay. We do, as usual, provide you guys the opportunity for a long rest, so you're back at full health if you were down any. I don't recall. You guys probably aren't, because you guys are like nigh unto gods, if you would, almost, aren't we?
Does my dex go back up? Those
What
flies took 4 of my dex points away.
What did?
There was a swarm of flies that came out of the bloated elf. Cool.
Yes. All right. So, remind me what the 3 thrones were so far. What have we got left? What's the next throne?
A piece of paper. It was.
No,
okay. I have a piece of paper here somewhere.
I thought we had finished the throne room and gone out of it.
No, we're still. There's 7 tunnels and 7 thrones.
Right. The tunnels are correlated with the thrones, and so I keep track of my notes on which one based on which throne is in front of that doorway. That's how I knew that was the bloated flies. When we went down that tunnel, what did we discover on that one?
We didn't go past the pool that had the elf corpse in it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, so you were actually still in that one, and we're not finished with that then, because there was space beyond in that one. If you wanted to, you could always, ignore it, like some people do, and move on to other parts. But you could go back and finish that if you wanted.
I don't know.
That's what I would do.
How about we split up?
Yeah, they could do more damage that way.
No.
Terrible idea.
Terrible idea, Cord.
Said by the person that was almost swallowed whole by a seagull. Yes. It's a bad idea.
Friends. She had
Well, that would have been simple.
Cacophony of voices in her head.
Seagull takes you off, land somewhere, and then you just revert back to size.
Who heard the cacophony of voices?
Oh no, Amar had a cacophony of voices egging her on to transform into a cockroach.
That's true. That's true.
But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna split up.
So he goes, y'all don't. I don't care what you're doing, but I'm gonna go do X. What is it you're going to go do?
While they investigate the 4th tunnel, I'm gonna go back to the first one.
Wait. No, we're all going to go together.
So when you start walking that back way, then are you going to go with him back to the first tunnel?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are we doing at the first tunnel?
Well,
It's the 13th.
It's 13th.
okay.
Wednesday the 13th. Don't you feel lucky? Because it's not
Mm.
Friday?
I'm lucky it's not Friday.
Yeah, because otherwise we wouldn't be playing Dawn Guard. Yay! All right, so you're going to ignore the portal and go just down the longer tunnel. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'll go get my piece of paper that I wrote it down on.
I know. Wait, what's that?
I'm going to go get the piece of paper, or try and find the piece of paper I had the throne room sketched out on.
That'd be helpful. Thank you.
All right. I was smart and put it in the right place.
Good.
In a good place. Okay, dice. A throne was made out of dice.
Oh, the first one's made out of dice. Gotcha. So as you go past the tunnel, it gets shorter and shorter. The flooring is still end to end, side by side to make the bricks, if you will, going backwards, and they're different sides up, and it appears to be a random distribution. It doesn't seem to have any patternism. It's not like all the ones are on the left side or that it staggers or whatever. It just seems like a random, like somebody took a pile of sixers and rolled them. Each of the stones is about 6 inches in square, which means it's a little bit smaller than the average foot, so it's not like you could easily stand in just one space, one die's width, so to speak. As you start down this passageway, as I said, it gets shorter. It's down to about only 6 feet.
It's even a little bit cramped for Mara. Aren't you about 6 something?
Yeah, she's 6 something too, or 6 part. But the passageway is still uniform going forward and seeming to get even smaller. You guys have seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
It's the scrumptious wallpaper room. It's
Oh,
like
God.
like that. It's just getting narrower and narrower as you're going down the hallway.
Perfect.
Yeah. Nothing, however, is saying "lick me" on the walls, even though that mental image.
I'm going to go last.
You're gonna go aft.
No, last, so we don't have a claw.
Okay. So that puts Miri, diminutive Miri, right in her wheelhouse here because it's still tall enough for her to walk in.
Yep.
And that's great for about another 30 feet or so, but by that time we're down to almost to looking like it's rows of ones, then twos, then threes, then fours, then fives, then sixes, and back to ones on the dice.
Okay.
Um,
This doesn't seem to be very fruitful. And pretty soon you guys are going to have to be crawling. And pretty soon I'm
Well,
going to have to be crawling.
as you're talking like that, ahead of you, in the passageway, hovering above the ground, is a crown made of deep burnished gold with red rubies and sapphire rubies and garnets coating the surface. It looks like it's extreme.
Okay. You know the trap that
Get it.
presents.
Yes, you should be thinking again of Excalibur, the golden goblet floating there, just nearly within reach, but not quite.
It is not time to be poetic, Mary. Grab it.
She'd have to cross the
Cord.
60 feet to get to it.
Yes.
I'm going to do an augury. Wheel
Okay.
or woe.
To what? You have to ask specific.
If I cross that 60 feet to that crown and take it in my hand, is it wheel or woe?
Oh, most definitely wheel.
Now she's in your wheelhouse.
Now she's in her wheelhouse, and a BP. There goes one for Cord.
What's that? What did he say?
You asked if it was wheel or woe, and I said definitely wheel. And he says, "Oh, now Mary's in her wheelhouse."
Okay. That's stretching it. Okay.
Oh no,
Any
no.
way you can earn it, Cord. Any way you can earn it.
Hey, it wasn't that much of a stretch. After all, wheels are made out of rubber. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay. She
Get
does
it?
come forward.
Okay. So as you go that next 60 feet forward, the crown does seem to still be hovering as you approach, and the
And
passageway is down to about 4 feet when you
okay.
get there.
So she does have to bend over. Now, this is what concerns her. She wants to check the ground as
Okay.
she moves
So
forward.
as you move forward, it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to a situation where every sixth dice is different. So it's a row of ones, except for the sixth dice in each row is a 6. And so it's clearly shifting the pattern. By the time you get to the other, as you're approaching the end, you realize that the numbers have gotten to the point where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going laterally now instead of straight ahead.
Okay.
So instead of being a horizontal lines of
So
numbers,
she's going
it's
to
vertical lines of numbers.
walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
But
going
the
forward.
spaces, but the problem is, since the hallway's been getting smaller, the dice space has been getting smaller as well. To the point where at this point, literally, it's only 2.5 inches per die. That's still monstrously large for dice, but the idea of you being able to stand in an individual spot is nigh unto impossible based on your size. Your foot would cover 2 of them wide alone, not counting the length of your foot.
I have dainty feet, but not 2.5.
So as you reach for the crown, you hear, but you don't see a source, somebody draw in their breath rapidly, like the sound of danger. You look around, you don't see anybody, but it causes you to
Okay.
hesitate
Just a moment.
just a second.
If you are here, speak.
I'm here and you are here, but you may not be here long.
If this is not for me, then I will leave it be.
Oh, a poet, and your feet show it, 'cause they're Longfellows.
How do you do? My name is Mary.
Yes, and I am Bozo.
Well met, Boto.
Well, I don't know yet. I'm definitely metal, but I don't know if I'm well met.
Score.
You're metal?
Well, and some stones too.
What are you?
Can't you tell? You are about
No.
to touch me.
Oh. You're the crown.
I am
Or-
clearly, obviously, and most definitely Bozo the Crown.
Okay. My friends and I have been going methodically through the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
And we came to this, and I asked, is it wheel or woe?
Yes, I know you talk to God. I get that. You're a priest. That's what you do.
So, is the crown here for a reason?
Why are you speaking to me in the third person? Of course the crown is here for a reason.
Okay. Tell me his name again. Bozo?
Bozo. B-O-Z-O. But it's pronounced
Bo-
Bozo.
Bozo.
Yeah, the crown.
Bozo the crown. I hate you.
Yes! 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 Those of you that don't know and don't get the reference, do a web search for Bozo the Clown, and you'll know.
I knew it as soon as you said bozo. I'm so mad.
You know how he gets his jollies? It's when he pulls one of these on us. Shame, shame, 1,000 times shame.
No, not at all.
No shame at all.
Yes. I know that
Shameless.
I knew today was going to be fun because when I put up my first randomizer, the first randomizer message says, "The box of mice explodes."
Oh boy.
So it's going to be one of those guys. Okay.
Okay. Are you waiting for someone to wear
I
the
have
crown?
been waiting for a very long time.
What does a crown represent?
Well, in current economics, 1/100th of a dragon,
One one
or
hundredth of a dragon. Okay.
yes,
Also birth.
So that would
it also
be one
represents
crown.
it also represents uh, leadership. It represents lordship, and represents 1/7 of the objective you're trying to reach.
Oh, thank you. May I take the crown?
Why do you talk about me in the third person?
Why? Okay.
Good God!
Bozo, can I take you with us?
Take me, baby. Take me.
'Cause the one thing that's bothering her is that one prophecy that you offered a crown that you do not want.
Yes. Yes, it should fear you. You should be very afraid.
Mary, how's it going up there?
Apparently, this is one of the items that we needed to find, one of the 7 items.
No,
Okay,
no.
then take it.
Where the crown goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Not one of those 7. This is one of these 7.
One of
Those 7 you can't qualify for until you actually reach Paragon status. So,
Oh.
if you can't tell, I'm a bit of a fourth wall being.
No, I'm not there yet.
Hey, Mary,
Yes.
you found a prism?
No. No. He says one of the 7 of these. So he's talking about
Not one of the 7 of those.
not one of the 7 of those. Aboga, would you like to come with me now?
I said I've been waiting for
Okay.
a girl like you to come into my life.
Grab him before he leaves.
Waiting.
Okay, she reaches out and takes a crown.
All right. You take a crown, the golden light around it fades. The dice start tumbling under your feet. It feels like a great foot massage, but you realize the dice are randomly doing something.
Okay.
There is a doorway you can see beyond where the crown was.
There is a doorway beyond.
But it's only 3.5 feet tall, and at the top of the door it says under reconstruction.
Bozo, is that what's beyond that door?
Well, that was the journey home, but it can't be. We can't reach it right now.
Okay.
Boy, you're easy. You're compliant. You should put me on. No, really, you should put me on. Cord won't mind.
Cord
Give me the
has it.
crown, Mary. It's mine.
It's yours?
That's what he's calling for. He's in the back of the
Yes.
party. He's scrunched down in the tunnel back there about where he couldn't go any further. Shoulders smashed into the walls. His hand reaching forward. It's mine. Give it.
Mine.
Cord?
Yes.
It's ours.
No, it's Bozo. It says.
This is Bozo, and we are taking
Mary.
him with us.
You never use magic items to their full potential, Mary. So, can I please have this crown?
The crown laughs again.
Do you have magic?
Me or him?
Bozo,
Yes.
are you a magic item?
I don't know. I'm a crown and I speak. I don't know what that says to you, but it kind of screams magic to me.
Do you have any other abilities?
Wouldn't you
Cord
like to know?
Cord wants to claim you, but
Oh, he
I
didn't
kind
come to the end of the tunnel. He didn't risk the dicey dangers. He let you do that.
she just takes a crown in her hand and she starts walking back.
Okay, so she's coming back to you, Cord. She put the her arm down. She's no longer holding it out in front of her. She's just holding onto the crown, kind of nonchalantly, like a hat.
All right.
Okay, so when you get back to where it's comfortable enough for him to not be smooshed into the walls, um, you told him about the door, right?
Yeah, there's a door beyond that says it's under repair, basically,
Under reconstruction.
under reconstruction. And he said it was the journey home, but they can't get to it right now. And I don't know what that means. We
Well,
could ask.
the other two tunnels led to two different places, so I'm assuming it must be the home of whoever that elf corpse was.
The elf corpse.
Yeah.
Elf corpse was in this tunnel? No, elf corpse was in the other tunnel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's in the second tunnel. This is the first tunnel.
Yeah.
Right.
What was the corpse in the first tunnel? If there was one?
There wasn't a corpse in the first one. It was just the
Ah.
rocky stuff to the portal, and then you saw the passage beyond the portal. But you guys were concerned with the portal and went back out without going any further.
Crown.
Oh, just
What is
call me
this place?
Bozo. We're friends.
Okay, Bozo. What? It's not a very nice thing to call you.
It's my name.
Bozo. What is this place?
This is the fortress of the mighty fire giant, and then let me get my random generator. No, I'm gonna go with my book here. Just a second here.
Did you go get your book?
I did.
Nice.
Jonathan is complete.
Yeah.
Glurzar Bluthor.
That's right. You remembered. It's on the note. You kept the notes. Yeah.
It's arbitrary what I take notes on, but
I know, but when they're there, they're the right ones. That's pretty good. So Glurzar, of course. Everybody knows that.
Who is he?
Who is Glurzar?
Yes,
So-
Bozo.
King of the Red Giants. Right?
Oh, there was the king? Ah. I mean, he was meeting with the hill giant chief, so that checks out. Yes, Miri.
Well,
the-
okay. So for clarification, fire giants are a bit more arrogant than hill giants. Hill
Yeah.
giants call their leaders chiefs. Fire
Mhm.
giants call their leaders kings. So
Um,
he doesn't have to be a true king. He doesn't have to run a nation. He just has to be the boss man. And he wears the name king. So King
He's the
Luthor.
The big
CEO.
boss. The big wig.
all right. It is really, so we're at the right place.
Well, of course. Do you think
Good.
the fire giant would have you take care of his curses? No, without being honest about it.
Curse, because what's the curse?
Well, you've met me, first one. Congratulations, welcome.
Oh
You-
boy. Wait a minute. Are there 6 other curses?
There are. After all, I think she just mentioned the fact that she was supposed to beware of a crown she didn't want.
Okay. Well, it's good to have you on the team, Bozo.
No, the difference was I would be offered a crown.
You were at last. I said I shouted, "Pick me up."
Well,
He passes the crown to you.
to me?
Right, actually, as your arm lifts up, you hear a voice go,
No? Bozo says no.
Okay.
Bozo doesn't say. Bozo doesn't say. Bozo hints. Since you're speaking of me now in the third party, perhaps I will start speaking of myself in
I
the
said
third party.
Bozo.
I know, you didn't say he. Proper noun, proper pronouns for the proper term. My voice is masculine, so I would
Bozo
assume I'm
said-
he.
A
You
lot of voices in
forgive
this
me.
universe are
Sometimes
masculine.
I leave them out for everybody. I
Yes,
just get down to the key
it's
words.
more precise. You're correct. It's more precise. It's just
Bozo
yes.
hinted uh, dis disappropriate approbation, just
Malapprobation, is that what you're looking for?
malapprobation. He so basically it's a no, I guess.
No, I didn't say that. I just realized that there's a problem with curses. Curses do not transfer, they multiply.
By taking this, have I accepted a curse?
You took on a crown that you didn't want.
Cool.
Isn't the first curse I've been hit with?
Oh, and I'm sure it won't be the last. Buck up. That just means you're lucky.
Hey, do you have any friend curses that I can have?
Oh, there's 6 more.
Cool.
Wait a moment.
Before we continue with
What
this curse,
is a curse?
What is a curse? A mystical bond or trap placed on an individual by whimsy or intent that causes adverse effects.
What is the adverse effect?
Ooh, good question. I am honored by the fact that you are the first person to actually ask that question after they pick me up. Usually they think of it long after they've started using my effects. Yes, as you noted, the hallway was getting smaller. And I am, as Boto, the crown of the King of Nyx.
The king of Nyx?
like not directly hitting something.
NYX.
Nyx is gone.
Shut up! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Shut up.
Let's start down the hall before it closes off.
You are up
down the
Nick.
hall. Why would the hall close off?
You said that was closing off.
I never said it was closing off.
It was getting narrower.
Only as you got closer to the end and you got to the door. The little 3.5.
It was natural. It was a natural narrowing.
Okay, I
was
thought it
It
was.
was an optical illusion covering
I
the
thought.
actual narrowing. Yeah, it was getting smaller as you went, meaning that it was narrower and narrower and narrower.
Okay.
Because it was a doorway that leads to a place that doesn't need anybody taller than 3.5.
You're of Nyx.
I'm Bozo. I'm the crown of Nyx. Crown of the King of Nyx.
There
What is that?
may be some of your people left, but I don't know where.
What are
Does
you
your-
talking about? Of course my people are there.
Does your
10
your
minutes ago.
your
Oh, I
curse have
don't.
a more? Does it have a tangible effect?
Oh, it has many tangible. You talking about it? Me? I have many tangible effects. Does the curse
Wait
have
a moment.
The first of the tangible effects is that it prevents the fire giant from retaining his residence. It also sets up several alterations to the architecture thereof, and intentionally lures people to their ultimate demise if they don't resolve the curses.
Okay, you were going to tell me the curse, and you kind of blithely sidestepped that.
I did what? I'm blitheful? I like that word. You can use that. I am the blitheful bozo. I like that.
Blitheful bozo.
Yes. So, what was the question?
Again, what is a curse? What effect does it have on the person who holds the crown? I'm not going to wear it, but I will. I did take it.
Make a wisdom save as soon as you say those words.
Of course. I'm not going to roll that. That's so heavy.
It's going to be a DC 19.
I rolled an 8, which isn't good, but I have a plus 13.
Why do you have a plus 13?
On
On
wisdom.
wisdom?
Yes, I have a 24 wisdom, and I
He's
have a
attuned to an artifact.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You actually find yourself struggling to force the crown back down because when you said the words, I will not wear this crown, you had to really struggle to say the word not. So you actually, as you're saying, I will, the crown starts to rise towards your forehead. And so
not.
you're actually physically wrestling with the crown, fighting your own hand to push it back down. And then you say, not wear this crown.
You okay, Miri?
Uh, it tried to overcome my will.
Uh,
There's the first part of my curse. You're welcome.
okay.
So somebody who takes you is forced, who cannot make that, is not wise enough to refuse it.
Puts me on.
But you're not.
Like I
you
said,
won't.
put me on. Remember? It's
Okay. All right. Okay. Considering you're not putting
second-
us on.
Oh no! Why would I do that? This is so much more fun to tell you the truth. Let's see. The second part of the curse is that until you find the person who is most suited for wearing me, I am with you always.
Okay. What happens when we put you on?
Well, let's just say I'm okay. He tries to hesitate, and then he just blurts it out. I'm imbued with the spirit of the old king because the land was being destroyed, and they wanted to protect the will of the people, and the people need to be represented by their king, and the king was therefore imbued inside this crown. And so, if you put me on, you give me an opportunity to re-enter this realm in the impersonage of your body.
Oh, so.
But I'm not the right. But none of us are the right person for the crown. But I do promise you that I will certainly try to find the right.
What I'm getting at, though, is if you put this crown on your head, you will eventually become me, or you'll become the king, because the king is imbued inside the crown. That's what gives it the ability to talk.
Okay. And then yes, we need to find the right person for the crown.
Right.
And I'm sorry, it is not me. It is not Umara, and it's not Cord.
Actually, as soon as you say the name Umara, the crown's little internal lights glow a little more brightly. Umara, this is gonna be easy. She knows where I need to go.
I do. Oh wait, second iteration, right?
The crown laughs. No, you know where I go. Come on, Umara. Think back. Back before you found your third bathroom.
Third.
King of Nyx.
I'm waiting for the phrase that always tells me that Allie's lights have gone on. There's this point when she turns and goes, "Oh no, Jonathan!" I know I got her.
I'm stumped. I can't think of it.
Come on. Where else have you seen a place where people from Nyx's type would be hanging out? Where did Nim always want to go? Nyx, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of a creature was Nim?
A gnome.
Now
I was already thinking gnomes.
Think about where do you find a gnome king?
God damn it.
Not Kush.
Not Kush, but in Kush's kingdom, there's a king sleeping on his throne without a crown.
Oh yeah, him. That's right.
Yeah. Splinter Shield.
No.
No.
That's a
Wait.
dwarf. Come on.
The statue.
Wait.
Remember the valley with all the dwarves that had been
No,
dwarfs. It has to be a gnome.
not dwarves, the Nomi city
Yes.
that King Kush got his crown from. The guy sleeping on the throne. He took the scepter. He took the crown, but
What's
he
his
did break
name?
them.
What's his name?
Not the king's name. What is the place's name?
Jadaroon.
Shadowrun?
Shadowrun.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought of.
Yes. You don't remember the king's name?
The king on his throne, sleeping.
No, I don't remember on the top of my head.
Okay,
I
let me
didn't.
go look at my notes here.
All right. He helped us fix nomads, didn't he?
Sleeping on the throne.
I remember that.
Well, if there's any note that he is, hang on a second.
Well, then it's a bit awkward.
Why is it
What?
awkward?
I mean, there's like absolute silence.
That's because
There.
we're doing some thoughtful research. His name's you're gonna love this, and you didn't have it before, but he'll whisper it because it's okay. You'll find that the second problem of this crown is this crown has no idea of tact, which
Oh, sure.
means that when you are wearing it or when you are carrying it, you cannot be untruthful.
Oh, lovely.
So even though it doesn't want to tell you, it's like you can hear it struggling. It goes, okay, Kannekenstein.
Tan.
Yeah, I'm
Tan
Cannikins.
Kannikin.
and Ikin. Tannikin.
Kannekenstein.
Stein.
Yeah, I've never heard that one.
You never
Well, my
actually
problem is I usually tell the truth.
well, actually, in the case of uh, King Kush and you guys, when you got as far as the king's room, you didn't look anymore. You saw it, and everybody kind of left because you thought he was the cause of the vanishing. So you left him
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Yes.
That I vaguely remember that. There's a room. Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah, back before you found the third bathroom.
She
Oh,
looks at
jeez. Yeah.
the crown. She says, "Well, my problem is I usually tell the truth even when the others don't want me to."
And now you won't be able to prevent yourself.
Oh, geez, Mary, why'd you have to tell him that?
Because it's the truth.
Man, you are just rolling in him tonight, aren't you, Cord?
Gary?
No,
Cord?
Yeah,
Well, no matter
he
what,
just
it's
heard me
gonna
say that it
happen.
causes you to speak truth, and then he turns around and says to you, "Why did you tell him that?" Because he knows you had to tell the truth. So.
Well, no matter what, it's gonna happen.
Whatever happens, happens. That's the least of the curses she has to worry about.
Yep.
Or the problems attendant with why she is cursed.
Well, the why is real simple. I said, "Take me," and you did.
I was offered it as a way to gain wisdom. I took it.
Yes. And it is a
But
way to
vigor.
you'll definitely gain wisdom using me. Put me on. Put me on. Put me on.
Next door.
Put the crown in the bag.
I actually cannot gain more wisdom.
What are you talking about?
Not in the way, because I'm at the top of what I can be.
Oh, there's ways for you to gain further wisdom.
Mary, you're at 22, but your max was raised to 24.
Yeah, I know. And I put my last 2 points when I turned 19 into that to make it 24.
Ah.
Which is why she has 7 points to add to her 6 proficiency, or vice versa, whatever it
Yes.
is.
Yes. But my point is that is not the end. You keep saying that's the end of your wisdom growth, but no, you could become omniscient. Remember, one more
It,
step, and you can gain omniscience, and that is the ultimate form of wisdom.
even the book, the player's
Uh,
handbook shows modifiers for like 30 in whatever stat.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep,
wow.
My entire existence is to get up there, Mary.
that's right. He's going there in strength, and you're trying to get there in wisdom. It's absolutely
She's
archetypical god.
trying.
It's
Yeah.
archetypical godly attempts. That's what it really comes down to. Is you guys
Well,
are
she's trying to balance herself out, which she
yes,
has done.
but the crown is definitely an imbalancing effect because it wants you to achieve. It wants what's best for
It
you.
wants what the heart wants.
Next.
Wait, wrong campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
Next curse.
The final piece of this curse is that when you build the ensemble, one piece doesn't belong.
Oh, does that sound familiar? The one that is not one.
Yes, you see, we have a theme.
Which
Yeah,
one is not
And
the one?
always remember, you should work together because there is no I in theme.
Uh-huh.
I have a question. Which one is the one that is not one?
I can't tell you till you have them all.
Okay. I will hold you to that.
You'll hold me, caress me, love me, wear me.
No.
Damn it.
Put it in the bag.
Yeah,
But
you hear Jackson in the background. He's not even in the building. Wherever it is, put it in the bag. Don't let it keep talking.
at least I'd never be alone if I'm alone.
Yes, now you're starting to sound like Hart and his friend in his chest.
There's a lich's skull in his chest. It just cracks me up. Always has a conversation available to him.
Yeah, now you do too.
Kill them all. We'll rule the world. We'll save the world. Well, maybe something like that.
Something.
Save the world for me.
I run
Okay,
to the room.
so we move out of this tunnel.
I sprint.
Unless you wanted to try to go
next
through the door, even though he recommended otherwise.
You want to
room.
go through the
Yeah,
door?
yeah.
You'll have to crawl in.
I'm splitting the party. I'm going to the next room.
Okay. He turns back.
Why?
He's learned the tyranny of unity.
No, then we go with them.
That's what Ed just said. That's his point is I'm going to split the party unless you come with me. That's called tyranny of unity. We must be together because otherwise bad things could happen.
I learned that when I was like 2, and it's never worked out for me.
Well, that's usually as a child trying to get parents. It doesn't work with parents as well.
Nope, because they're parents. They
I
have
would
that
say that
god awful
dynamic I
word.
have between my 2 party members, the 3 party members. I mean, not so much Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very much like my parents. No offense to you 2.
So you're getting practice for real life. I see. All right, so we're back in the main room. Second
Yes.
passageway is the one that goes towards the elf's body where he got sprayed with the bloated, the flies from the body.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right, yeah, head down that one.
Okay, so you go past that one, come up to the portal, and there's a passageway that goes beyond the portal as well.
Go right past that darn portal.
You gotta stay away from those portals for now. All right. This whole way is kind of the floor is natural, which means it's cavern-like and rugged. And the only thing that makes it kind of passable is that there is just a trickle of water running down it across the rocks. But the rocks have been worn smooth by the river's flow. As you head down in, you'll come into a larger cavern, and in that cavern is looks like the water is pouring off of little rocks into what looks to be an underwater lake. from the shoreline out over the water has been built a small pier, and sitting rocking gently in the water's surface is a small dory. It's a boat that has a bow, but has a bow, but a flat stern. So it's
Okay.
literally the kind you
I
would
thought
row
you
in
were
a straight
talking
line.
about the surgeon fish.
Yeah, no, not. Yes, just keep swimming. Yeah, no, not that dory.
All right.
Oh, of course, this dory's name is Dory, but there you go, and it's painted blue. There you go, with yellow trim. Okay, that'll be close.
Okay, that's fair. That'll do it.
That's as close as we can get.
That'll do it for me.
Also, you'll note that the rope that it's tied off with, the rest of the coil of rope is about 40 feet of rope, and it's laying next to where it's tied off. So there's plenty of rope on the end of the dock. So it's just sitting there, and the dory is bumping against the end of the pier. The the roof of the area is cavernous and expansive, and you feel just from being at the edge of the lake, the echoing sounds of the water against the shoreline suggests that this space could be upwards of a couple 100 feet across, but you can't see the other side because of the darkness.
All right. Well, who wants to row?
You, Mr. Strong.
I don't know. Umar is stronger than me, remember?
Oh,
Oh, now
yes.
now we're going with that.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not. You will row.
Okay.
Umara is good with. Do you use a bow?
If it's a strength bow,
Ugh, I get a chance to show off my physical prowess. Ugh, disgusting.
I know. You get to watch your glistening muscles as you row this boat. That's great.
Okay. There's nothing like tooting your own horn.
Yes, but if you don't learn how to toot your own horn, they'll never let you play in the band.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start rowing the boat as soon as everyone's in.
Okay.
I am in the boat.
Jackson, you're in the boat.
Yes.
All right. So as we're heading out, when you who's untying the boat?
Elizabeth, or our canine friend. Either of them.
What's the canine's friend? I can't remember his name.
Oh, the Grolem?
His name. His name.
While you're looking for his name, Elizabeth will untie the boat, and she'll say, "This rope's a mess. Every time I untie it, it reties."
Oh, interesting.
And you
Maybe
see
there can only be one.
you do notice that each time she's untying it, another loop of the rope from the pile leaps over the little pier and ties off again. And so pretty soon she's got like...
Umara, grab the rope. And the
I-
next time that she undoes it, just hold on to it to prevent any loops from.
I go for the rope.
Okay, go ahead and make a dex check, 16.
All right. Would this be considered danger sense or no?
After the first roll.
Okay. So yes. All right. Let me look for my dex. I'm pretty sure it's a +1. I'm wrong. It is a +3 saving throw.
Mhm.
Wait. I am looking at Peekaboo. Whoops. That is the wrong character.
Yeah, it'd be horrible. Throw the loop and all of a sudden your warrior is replaced by a halfling.
Yep.
Hi guys! Where am I? Oh no! Oh, it's happened again!
I rolled a natural 19, so a dirty 20.
Oh, nice. I like it when you talk dirty to me.
Let me see if I can. Nope, that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Yes, like I said, I like it when you talk dirty to me. Anyway, the the rope actually, as you try to fight with the rope, it will actually successfully retie itself, but not before almost entangling you in it. So, in other words, when you go to try to hold the rope, it's 40 feet of rope. So you literally have to like hold the whole loop of rope while she's doing that, because any chunk of this rope is it's like the rope is alive. It's trying to keep that
All
boat
right.
for it. It's literally trying to hold onto the dock for dear life. That's what it
Okay.
seems like.
Only one of us can
Maybe
go.
it knows something we don't know.
Only one of us can go. So everyone, step out of the boat until the rope lets you go, and we'll find out who it is of us that the rope wants to
Okay, I'll get out
let
of the
go.
boat.
What a great scientific experiment. It doesn't matter who it is. If anybody gets in the boat, if you attempt to untie the rope from the dock, the rope will reattach to the dock. The only thing
Right.
you haven't tried yet, make a perception test. 13. Everybody.
Everybody.
I got a 9.
No wonder the roll I rolled was so low.
You were rolling
It was-
12-sided.
I rolled a 12-sided.
That's a
Of course you
plus
did.
8.
Well, that one more decent once I can read it. Oh, I
Right.
thought it was a 16. It's an 18. Okay,
I got a
I
3
rolled
plus
an
6.
18
Just
plus
need, just need to know
4
if you
at
got above a
least.
13. As long as you got above, but as long as you got above a 13, it dawns on you. The only thing you haven't tried to do is untie the boat while there's nobody aboard.
I don't think that because I rolled under by 1.
I think Mira's
Let's try everybody
or
out.
Jackson.
You've mechanically tried each person individually. Now,
Everybody out.
okay,
Okay, so I get out.
Mhm.
Now, let's try untying it before anybody gets in.
okay.
Hmm.
You have successfully untied it from the dock. Make a perception test.
That's a 12 plus. Just a moment.
It'll be enough. It'll be enough.
Yeah.
You notice that when you untie it from the dock, it unties from the boat as well.
Okay, I have a plus 5. Okay. It unties from the boat as well. Interesting.
So the boat is
Okay.
now floating loose alongside the dock.
Okay. Boat, can you talk? Are you a curse?
Boat, can you talk?
No.
Nice. He's talking to the boat.
All right. Okay. Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Anyone want to try and get in it? Any volunteers?
Sure. I'll go in.
All right, Miri.
Okay. So Miri reaches over. Go ahead and make a dex save. 15. No, 12. 12.
Okay, I rolled an 11 and I at
Yeah, you
least
made
have
it.
that much.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. You're nimbly pop into the rope, into the thing. As you do, the rope now laying on the dock starts to try to reach out for the end of the boat and for the pier at the same time.
Grab that
Okay.
rope. Do you have
All
a
right.
bag of holding?
I'll grab the rope.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Okay.
Yay, strength! Yay, strong man!
26.
Oh yeah, you're literally manhandling the rope to keep it from attaching to either end.
Remind me again, what was the. No, wait, never mind.
Take the rope with us. There's a reason
I got
why.
it.
Then we might have to tie it up on the other side.
Rope, are you a curse rope? No. Okay.
I like the way you assume it's not cursed.
Well, he asks it first.
I was just asking.
See, if he had the crown on, he'd be doing exactly right, because that's all the crown could think to do.
Well, all right. Okay, Miri, enjoy your voyage.
Okay, let's go. Omara, if you would oar, please.
Sure,
So Omar's getting aboard the boat.
sure.
Make your dex save. 12.
That's a natural 18, 19.
Yep, you lithely jump aboard the boat without a problem.
Yep.
Again, the rope renews its attempt to try to break free, and cord's holding it back. wrestling with it.
All right, they're in the boat.
The two of them are on a boat. Jackson going?
Jackson?
Roll.
Yeah?
Are you going?
Yes.
Okay.
And
You
I
heard the
just
diver.
rolled
What you get?
2.
A 2? Yes. So as he starts to step towards the boat does drift out because there's no rope attaching it, and he falls into the water. Splash.
All right.
Does
I rolled a
Jackson
20.
swim?
I rolled a dirty 20 to pull him out of the water.
I'm just checking. Does Jackson know how to swim?
Yes.
You have a swim speed written down in your character sheet. What is your swim speed?
Oh.
If you don't have a swim speed written down, you don't know how to swim.
Oh.
How does the water feel?
Cold and wet. And a little bit slimy. But when he goes under the water, he can hear music. So he doesn't get to hear very much of it before you quickly grabbed him up and pulled him back out of the water. But he definitely heard what sounded like singing.
Dope.
Remember, we don't know this.
All right.
So he has to tell you when he comes out of the water, if he wants anybody to know.
You guys should come in the water.
Oh, he comes up out of the water going, put me back, it was so pretty.
No.
Okay, you can describe what you heard, saw or heard later.
I'm gonna let go of one end of the rope and see what that end does.
Oh, because the boat is now out a bit, you see it form into a lasso and throw itself towards the bow of the ship to catch the little
Prow.
No, there's a belaying pin in that corner, and it aptly catches that belaying pin, and then since you gave it slack, it will take another loop of rope and immediately start reaching for the tie-off point.
Okay.
Unless you're going to bind it by strength and try to hold it back, it will reattach itself to the pier.
All right. I'm gonna cut it in half with one of my hand axes.
You're gonna cut the rope?
Yeah.
It destroys the magic.
Doesn't know that. Doesn't have a clue. But you figure you're not going to struggle with this rope anymore, so you're going to cut it.
I'll try.
Okay.
The 13.
Lay it on the ground and start chopping. The 13 strength, yeah, you'll be able to put a decent bite into it. The rope recoils somewhat from that strike, and so the loops that are in your hand go limp like regular rope.
Okay, well, problem solved.
But it's not cut completely. You just cut part way through it.
All right, if it stopped moving, then it's problem solved.
So you're going to lift your foot off of it then?
Uh-huh.
And as you lift your foot off of it, it again tries to throw itself around the loop and try to catch the boat.
I'm going to finish the job. That is a nat 1.
Okay. Nat 1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. You swing with the hammer, and as the hammer head hits the rope,
Axe.
the axe head. As the axe head hits the rope, it becomes a hammer.
But you can't cut rope.
I was just about to say, attacking a rope with a hammer is like just a nat 1 as a concept.
Right. And so in this case, it's the reverse. You were swinging an axe,
fine.
And as it came down, it became a hammer so that it wouldn't hurt the rope.
I got a 29 on a strength check to bust the rope with my bare hands.
Wow. As you do, you hear the sound of a dying harp seal. Baby.
Oh. Did I do that?
Looks like it.
I do that.
You didn't have to destroy it.
So
You're
the rope falls limp in your hands at both ends.
What did you do?
I don't know, Jackson. I just... Oh, I feel bad. This voyage better be worth it.
You don't have the slightest idea what we'll find on the other side.
It better
kill
be
you.
worth it. You better find the cure for cancer over there.
I don't think so. Hi, Travis. Are you with us? No, he's gone again.
He may have been just checking to see if everything was working, or maybe the sound's messing up on this. He don't normally jumps onto my machine if that's the case.
You know what I found out? Elwin, besides meaning elf friends, means heart.
Nice. So you're the heart in one group and he's the heart in another. Is that what you're saying? Nice picture, Jackson. I hadn't noticed it before. That's really good.
A really nice picture.
Yeah, I did it last night.
You found it last night?
You drew it last night, or you found it?
I found it. Sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah, I just tossed that together. Holy crap! If we knew you were that good of an artist, we'd be using you a lot more. Holy moly!
Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. If you know who the artist is, we should attribute it. So at some point, just let us know who drew it.
Oh.
You should always, when you're going to use somebody's image like that, you need to at least find out who created it so we can let them know. If it says so. Some of them will say public domain. Some of them will say rights not necessary or whatever. But generally speaking, we want to try to protect the people who do the art.
Tell She Belzar at www.candyworks.com.
Well, I kind of found it on Google Image.
Yeah, you had done it before, Forest Cord. You went and looked before, so that was.
Oh yeah. This one's by Nelfie or Neffy.
Nice.
All I can say is I found it on images of redheads and ginger hair women.
Yeah, usually it'll be in the original name of the folder, but I think you said it was just called red hair, so it doesn't help.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, they do, unless they're a public domain image. I like the fact that you're a Vleric of Nycos, so you're a cleric of
oh!
Mary Elwin, the Vleric of Nycos.
That's a new title.
Indeed.
Let me go to the zolgotextgenerator.com so I can get my Disney Dream. Hold up.
Anyway, the boat is now floating free again. The rope, however, is looped around the belaying pin, so Cord is technically holding one end of the rope, but the rest of the rope has become just rope in his hand.
Good luck on your adventure. Bye. I'm going to the next room now that they can't stop me.
Okay, we go row across the water.
Say that again. Oh, now that they can't stop you, you're leaving? You just drop the rope?
Yeah, I'm going to the next room.
What?
He's been plotting to get a loan for a long time, and that was his trick, is to get you all on board the boat and then throw down the rope.
My master plan.
Okay, so he goes trotting back along the rock path back out and out of here. So I'll come back to you in a minute, Cord. It's going to take you a while to get there.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are now on board the boat, and you've got one paddle between you.
I swear I'm going to do a hold person on him the next time I see him. His willpower is not that strong. Mine is.
All right. As she turns to Amara and says, row the boat.
I'll help if you need help.
She's got one oar.
Oh.
You can control water.
Yeah, she could push you along the surface.
Okay, that's what she does. She lifts up a wave behind them that just pushes them along. We ride the wave like we're surfing.
Nice. So in an underwater lake, without any idea of what the other shore looks like, you're lifting the water out of the lake behind you to push you forward.
Yeah, just a little standing wave, about 5 or 6 foot wide, enough to give it a push. And
ooh, it needs some Beach Boys music. Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of the world.
I like Baja.
Or Wipeout. That's a good one.
Yeah, and I like the other one, Baja. Tijuana, Herb Alpert, and the Tijuana Brass.
Yep. But there's no singing to that one. That's just music.
I like the just music.
I know. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I can't sing along with it though. See, so all right. So you're being pushed
I,
along by this wave towards the opposite shore, and as you're approaching it, you see a on the shoreline. It looks a lot like the scene from uh, the Pirates Ride, in that there is a pile of gold and gems and stuff, and sitting atop it is a breastplate.
that seems to be the item we're after, and only that item. She takes, she puts the crown in her hand. Is the breastplate what we're after?
You asked the crown? Are you talking to
Yeah,
me?
Bozo, yes. What did I call you?
Bozo.
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 Bozo. Boto or Zo?
With a Z.
Bozo.
No Z?
With a Z.
Bozo.
Bozo. Bozo.
Bozo the crown. Yes. We've already established that.
Bozo. Yes, Bozo, the crown, is a breastplate, one of the items we're searching for.
How should I know?
I
It's
got
your.
it right.
Okay, is it one of the items that belongs to the set?
I don't know who the set are.
First,
The set of 7 things of which one is not one.
Oh, okay. Um, I wasn't here when they built this part.
Well, your crown, the armor of a king would probably be a really pretty breastplate, or and other pieces that make the royal regalia.
Well, you haven't even landed yet, so
No,
I would be hesitant to make any guesses. But yes, you clearly see a breastplate ahead of you. Yes.
okay. Guys, don't pick up anything else except once we establish what it is we want to pick up.
Okay, so you've landed your little boat on the shoreline, and like I said,
Yep.
there's a huge pile of treasure. With I said that wrong. Did I say breastplate? What I meant to say is there's a chest.
There's a chest.
Chest
Okay.
plate. Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm making a joke.
ah.
It's a chest wearing breastplate. Get it?
Chest wearing breastplate.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, can you get a negative, VP? Minus one.
I was just going with the whole.
Yeah.
It's a pirate theme, and there's a chest on top. Yeah, it's a
Of
chest
course.
with a suit of armor on it, but it's a chest. Yes.
It's a chest with a piece of armor resting over it.
No.
It's just a chest. I'm going for
It's a
it.
chest,
A torso of a being.
a torso of a being. Okay, we get out and pull the boat up really securely as far as we can.
As you start to pull the boat up, the boat pulls itself back.
And of course, the rope is back on the.
No, you left that piece of rope hanging on the.
Yeah.
He let go of it, so the piece of rope is still tied to the
Find
belaying
something.
pin.
Yeah.
And the
Find-
other chunk of the rope isn't long enough, though. You're going to have to pretty much try to pull it completely out of the water if you're going to try to keep it on the shoreline, because the the backflow of the current here is pretty strong.
Okay. That's what we'll do. Together, 1, 2, 3. Let's get this boat up.
Okay, so combine your die rolls, and since there are 4 of you, get above a
3.
70 combined.
3.
Well, everybody rolls. Everybody rolls a d20, add them together. You want over the 70 to successfully get the boat up on the shore.
Okay, mine is. Now we add our full.
You add all your modifiers, yeah.
What all modifiers?
Whatever modifiers you would have for a strength check.
3, 2. So I have a total of 19. That's not going to help.
I got 15.
19
no
plus
modifier.
16 is how much?
35.
Plus, what did Umara roll?
I'm terribly sorry. What am I rolling for?
Strength check.
Yes.
Roll 15.
Roll.
Because I'm so terrible at these.
Yes, I know you're really rough at these.
That's rough, buddy. Oof. That's a 14.
Plus all modifiers.
No. I rolled a 3.
Nice. We're doing great here. So 35 plus 14 is 49.
Yeah,
And what
nowhere
did
near
Jackson get?
7.
15.
I counted his in
Okay.
already.
Oh,
There's only 3 of us.
yes. So the boat pulls against you and pulls itself back into the water.
Let's try it again.
Okay, one more time.
Let's do it on 3. You
1,
can't-
2,
2,
3.
3.
Everybody roll.
Heave.
Dex plus all modifier. I mean, strength plus all modifiers.
Oh, you mean like proficiency?
Yes.
Oh, well, that makes a big difference.
Modify 20. I rolled 16 and I have
Gotcha. Yep. That makes
3
fine.
in
That's fine.
dex.
Thank you for letting me know what you rolled. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I just rolled a 12 this time, but I have a plus 3 that makes 15, and I have a 6 proficiency, so that would be 21.
So 21 plus his 20 is 41. Now it's up to Umra.
Remember to add your proficiency, which should at this time be 7.
No, I have for strength I have plus 11. I did on my modifier. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, but this time re-roll.
No.
You get to re-roll because we're making a second
I
attempt.
was talking about proficiency.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
only part of that number is
Okay. Plus
I
11.
rolled a 19, so
19 plus the 11 is a 30 by yourself.
31.
So the
31.
three of you with a mighty heave yank the boat up out of the water. And as you do, you hear another scream as the boat loses a bit of its luster and starts to no longer shimmer with the blue and the gold.
Why would it lose magic? Maybe touching the water.
Ripple mail.
She takes out a part of her rope and she ties it to the other rope,
Okay.
and then she ties it around the chest and she slips the boat back into the water.
Okay. So first of all, you guys finished tying the ropes. You're tying the rope. Anybody else going to approach the torso, the chest?
I will.
Yes
Brave.
or no?
Brave.
He needs to have a response.
Yeah. Bravely, Jackson steps forward. Well done, Sir Jackson. You step up to the chest and you notice that there is something. It's a skeletal chest. So you're looking literally down the neck of a skeleton inside of the suit of armor. And there is something in there. Black and gangly like a spider living in the dark recesses of this this dead suit of armor.
How old is the chest armor?
Well, the chest is obviously as old as the skeleton inside of it, but there's something black, or kind of blackish, and kind of looks like a spider. It's kind of got a shiny, gangly arms and legs inside of the chest.
Is it like moving?
Yeah, you saw it move. When you looked down in on it, it moved.
I'm going to use my short sword to stab it.
So you're going to stab down into the top of the suit of armor? Through the neck hole?
Yes.
Okay, so Gene, as you're finishing tying off your rope, you see Jackson raising his short sword and plunging it down into the suit of armor from the top.
What are you doing?
Roll to hit,
So-
Jackson.
Now.
18.
Oh, you hit something solid in there. You hear a kind of a squeaky shriek of something inside the suit. Everybody can hear it.
Everyone fall back.
Pulls his sword back out, and there's kind of a greenish goo on about the bottom 2 inches of the
Don't
blade.
touch that stuff.
I'm falling back.
I don't know what it is.
The suit of armor moves a bit and starts to stand up.
Uh-oh.
And it's literally like the old hear the word of the Lord song. The bones are reconnecting as it reforms. And what you see is the little, whatever's inside the suit of armor is actually reaching out and pulling the bones together. So you can actually see like little claws coming out the ends of the legs or whatever to grab the thigh bone and pull it in and whatever. So it takes a few moments for it to reform. While it's doing that, you finish completing tying the 2 ropes together, Miri.
Okay.
And so you come walking forward with the loop like you're going to throw it around the chest, and the chest is now standing in front of you. It's the joints that you can see seem to be covered with the same kind of greenish goo that he had on his sword blade, but it's rapidly cooling to a almost a ceramic consistency. There's no head, though. This thing has no head. It's just the torso and arms and legs. And the arms don't even have hands.
Okay.
But it's really disturbing because as you're watching it, it heaves as if it's breathing. So the chest is compressing and expanding. So it's really kind of creepy to see this suit of armor connected with green goo at the elbows, knees, and wrists, and each of the hand bones are covered with it. So, oh no, I said there are no hands. So just the stubs of the bones are covered with the green stuff.
Everyone, prepare yourselves.
Umra, what are you doing?
I don't think we have her.
No, I'm here. I'm writing down. Sorry.
No worries. No worries. She's catching up on the notes and stuff.
Yeah.
So, Mary, you got the rope. Are you making like a loose loop to throw around the chest? Because that was your original.
Yeah.
So you're starting to do that. This thing is just standing there.
If it's just standing there, then it doesn't feel like a threat to me.
Right.
Usually, if something
you're not getting a danger sense from it at all. But once it's standing there and you guys have not responded, it leans. The chest leans forward at the pile of loot underneath it, the coins and stuff. It looks down at them, and then the shoulders turn as if to face Mary.
She's just watching. She prepared Sacred Flame, which at my level is 4d8.
The left arm of the creature slowly swings forward and points down at the pile of loot.
She takes a. Bozo, I could use some help. What is this thing?
Bozo goes, "What? Oh, now you want my help. The easiest way for me to give you my help is place me on your head. Take me, use me, let me be your king."
No, I am no king. I am no queen. I am no god, nor do I wish to be. Now,
Me think you protested too much.
I do. I protest about a lot of things.
But what was your question?
What is this thing? And it's pointing at the loot. I don't want the
I don't
loot.
know. It looks like the suit's got crabs.
Well, it kind of bleeded a greenish ichor, but it's hardening now.
Ooh, that's gross.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Right now it's not hostile. Doesn't seem to be, but
Well, no, it can't be hostile. It's a suit of armor without a helmet.
okay.
It's got no hands. Ew. What'd you do? Did you cut its hands off already? That's
No,
awfully
this is
mean. They do
that's
that to
how
thieves, you know.
it stood up on its own. It gathered bones to itself and stood up. It doesn't even really have feet. It has its thigh bones.
Ew.
No arms, no head.
Uh,
There's something inside of it that
well,
Jackson wounded.
Jackson hasn't really told you that yet. Did he? Did he tell him there was something inside her? Well, he
Yeah, he
stabbed
said
inside
that.
it. Yeah, he did. He stabbed. He did before he stabbed it.
He said there was
Yeah.
something inside it.
Yeah.
Not that he
Like
explained
I
it.
said. Like I said. I think it's got crabs.
A crab. A crab.
I didn't say that. I said I think it's got crabs.
I don't understand.
That's why I'm king and you are not.
You're right. And as
When you're
king,
king, you must know these things.
good. As king, are you talking about like the crabs in the ocean and on some
No,
lake?
I'm talking about crabs.
What are crabs?
No, the crown doesn't. The crown says, "I haven't got any hands. I can't point at it."
I'll point. You tell me left or right. So she points at it.
I don't have any eyes. I can't see anything.
Okay, never mind.
Put me on. Makes it so much easier. Then I can use your eyes. Yeah,
No,
I'd
no,
really like to use your eyes. They're really
no.
pretty eyes.
I
That,
thought
that
you
hair's a
said
mess. I might have to
you
do something with
cannot
that hair.
see. Wait a minute. I thought you said you couldn't see. How do you know what my eyes look like? And I don't have any hair.
Because you're holding me.
Okay, I don't have any hair.
Yes, you do. It's very
I
beautiful.
look old.
You do not. Not to me.
Then you must have true sight. That is
Yes,
useful in a king.
I will go with that.
Or something out of it to its equivalent.
I've just seen your heart, Mary. You never
It's
introduced
so
your-
deep.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. It's getting deep in here.
Okay.
Umara,
Well-
what are you doing?
Do you want to dig down in the
it-
coins to see if
hold-
there might be
okay.
something underneath? It seems quite insistent. Pointing.
I was
at
asking
some-
Umara what she's doing.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just waiting for a moment because either I'm thinking and then someone interrupts, or then someone just interrupts anyways when I'm about ready.
Sorry.
Right, we need to develop better decorum when it comes to that. If I ask Umara a question, I need to wait till she answers. All right? Thanks.
Okay, so thank you. I am definitely keeping a lookout. This you said that the suit of armor has stopped,
Yeah,
and Miri is-
it literally just stood up where it was and points
Okay.
at the it's pointed at the ground with its stump of
Alright.
an arm.
I'm gonna look at the ground.
Okay, well, it's the ground beneath it is just coated with loot. There's gems and jewels and coins and the kind of stuff you'd find in a pirate's loot pile.
Do I get the sense of like the effects of red currency?
No, No.
Okay, I won't get that feeling.
no.
I'm
Thanks for
gonna
asking. That was clever.
I'll grab the loot. If you guys could.
I
Yeah.
would be careful.
So Jackson,
I
Jackson is standing close enough. So you just drop to your knees and start picking up the coins. You gonna pull out a bag and put them in it. What are you gonna do? Or you're just gonna
Yeah.
just take handfuls of it,
Like,
like the
like,
movies. We go, I have the coins. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab a bag and like.
Okay. So
stuff
start stuffing the coins in the bags. Okay.
What does the suit of armor do? Is it
It
still
stomps. It stomps its right thigh, which means it's like a little bit shorter for a second on that side, and almost loses its balance, and it steps back a little bit and repositions, and once again points at the ground where he's scooping the coins up from.
Would you dig in there first before you scoop up that stuff? and see if there's something under there that he's pointing at, something that's obviously different than coins and gems.
I'll dig through it where it's going.
Pointing?
Okay.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a. Let's go with intelligence check. Investigation, actually, if you've got investigation.
Okay then. A 13.
13. Okay. Yeah. So you're digging around there, and all of a sudden you feel something, and when you try to discern what it is by turning your hand against it, you feel a hand clasp your hand.
Oh, crud.
Yeah, that's a great response. Oh, crud. So he's looking up at you guys when he feels this, and all he says is, "Oh, crud," and all of a sudden he's 4 inches deeper in the sand as it's like pulling him into the sand.
Pull it out. Amara, help him.
I'm sinking in.
Okay, get rid of the gold.
All right, I'm gonna.
The coins that he's dumped are already in his bag. It's laying beside him, but he's literally. I imagine he's down on all hands and knees, and he stuck his hand in to dig, and all of a sudden his hand goes another 4 inches deeper into the ground. He looks up and goes, "Oh, crud!"
I'm going to lasso a rope around him and yank him out.
Okay, so you do item interaction to get the rope off your hip to throw it around him. All right. Miri already has a loop of rope in her hand, so she could do something as well if she wanted to with that.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll also rope him.
Pull me out. Pull me out.
Yeah.
Pull me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're down on the sand, all of a sudden you feel your other hand grasped by another hand that pulls you in. So you're like in both arms now. You know.
There's another.
There's nothing. Now you've thrown the rope around him, but because you threw a rope around him with his arms down in the dirt, the ropes are both going to tighten and come up around his neck.
No, she won't. She'll slip it off and slip it around his waist.
How are you going to slip around his waist unless you're going to run up to him? Because you literally you just threw a loop over him. Is all you said you were doing. So.
She will have to readjust because she's not going to tighten it like that.
Okay, fair enough. Umara, are you as discerning, or are you just going to pull against his head anyway?
I'm gonna pull.
Okay, so you pull the rope taut around his neck. At least you have something to hold on to him.
Hold your breath.
All right, and so let's see. The next thing would be the suit of armor drops to all fours too.
Okay.
And leans forward, and basically he does this adjacent to directly in front of Jackson. So Jackson, as your elbows are down into the dirt, you're looking into the hole where the creature was, and you see that you stabbed something that looks roughly like a fiddler crab inside the suit, like actually more particularly like a snow crab. You know, the ones that
real big ones.
The really big, gross ones with the long arms.
So it's a snow crab.
It's a grayish black snow crab with little blue nubbins on the ends of its shell.
Guys, I don't want to also, but inside is the blue snow crab thing.
He's shouting. It's like he realizes that he's not going to be around for much of a source of information, so he's rattling it off everything he can see as it's happening. Oh my God! It's got tentacles in.
Snow crab.
Yeah. All right, so make a Dex save, Jackson, to avoid getting pulled into the sand. You'll get advantage because the rope around your neck, even though it's not yet strangling you.
Roll twice.
Yeah, roll twice. Take the better of the two.
Yeah, I roll 15 first.
We'll roll the other one.
20.
Well, that's even better. So, yeah, you actually struggle, and as you come about, you bring disembodied hands. They're just the hands and forearms of a skeleton in each hand.
I let him go.
You can't. They're holding onto your hands.
Oh.
It's
Is
like
there like a rock?
it's like you shook hands with a skeleton, and you've just got its
Uh,
hands.
is it is it like live moving?
They're struggling to hold on to you.
Is there like a rock around?
Nope, there's a pile of treasure.
Well,
Uh,
you could go over to the end of the boat and try to slam them against the boat if you're trying to knock them off.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so he starts running for the boat with these hands on his hands.
Ha ha ha.
Miri, what are you doing? You got a rope around his neck, so you can actually
Yeah, I'm gonna
restrict
have
him.
to go. Yeah, don't. I think those
No, I'm sorry.
belong
You don't
to
have a rope.
him.
You don't have a rope around his neck. Omar still
No.
has the rope around his neck. So you're gonna go up and try to throw
And
the rope
I'm
around him.
telling him to hold his breath.
Okay, so she's shouting, "Hold your breath, Jackson! Hold your breath!" Do you hold your breath?
Yes.
Okay, as you hold your breath, Omar, what do you want to do?
I'm just trying to keep stable with the rope.
Okay, are you gonna let him get near the boat with these claws on his hands?
With the claws on his hands?
Yes, he's literally holding hands with a skeleton, but no skeleton is there. It's just the hands.
Yeah. I'll yank the skeletons off eventually.
No, okay. Let me clarify.
Okay.
You have a rope around his neck.
Yes.
The only thing you can do is pull him off of his feet because he's headed for the boat with these skeleton hands inside of his hands. He was running towards the boat because he was going to try to slam them against the boat, but you can't know that. All you see is him come up out of the ground, skeleton hands inside of his hands, like he's shaking hands with two different skeletons.
Okay. Okay.
So what do you want to do with that?
Pulling him closer.
Okay, so you're being dragged back towards Omara, so you didn't make it to the boat. Miri, you're going to go up and put a wrap the rope around his midsection, you said?
Yes.
Okay. You successfully accomplished that because he really can't do anything because his hands are literally full of skeleton.
Okay. And she takes that rope back to Umara. This would be better to control him with.
Let's see. You guys did not bring Elizabeth with you, right? You left Elizabeth and the Grolin back on
Yeah,
the other
Gurgi.
shore. Yeah.
I think it's something like Gurgi.
Gurgi, that's right. It was Gurgi.
Gurgi the
Grolin.
Grolem.
All right. So you've basically been able to contain Jackson with these hands in his hands. You notice that the backs of them, the wrists of them, have the same kind of greenish goo-like substance that you saw on the stumps of the creature inside the suit of armor. Once you've got him contained, what's your next choice of action? The suit of armor is now gone back, has stood back up, and is toddling towards you on its thigh bones. So it's kind of walking like a little kid, just
Okay.
tottering back and forth, moving towards you.
Let's just let the skeleton take the arms off of him. The hands. You said he didn't have arms. He only had like one part of his arm.
But he's got his arms down to the wrist, but there's nothing in the there's no hand sticking out.
Okay, these are his hands. Jackson, just hold out your hands and see if he'll take those hands off of you.
Okay.
I'll be ready in case something turns hostile.
All right. All right.
Umara, what's your response? You see this thing toddling towards you, clearly not alive. It has no head. It's missing its hands, and its legs are only up to the thigh.
Does it look well, it's crawling towards us, correct?
Yeah, it's actually toddling. It's actually balancing on the thigh bone tips.
Yeah, I'm gonna maul it.
You're gonna let go of the rope then?
No. Damn it, I forgot I have the rope.
You have the rope and you're holding him down, so
Yeah.
right now you're struggling to get the hands off of him, and now you realize the thing's walking towards it, and it had been pointing at the ground in the first place, so maybe it's looking for its hands.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot about the rope for a second there.
Yep. So what do you want to do? Gonna keep holding him?
Yeah, I have to part out members first.
Okay. Finally, it's toddled its way over, and you're holding the hands in your hands, and it's moved its arms towards you. Uh, so you're gonna push the hands into the arm slots, basically, so they match up. Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do so, there's a kind of a greasy squeaking sound, kind of like fingers on a chalkboard, as they reconnect, and he lets go of you. The
Uh,
hands let go, and so now you're only bound by your friend's end rope on the ground.
okay. Can you untie me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not exactly tied. You're just being held.
As you do, the thing struggles to turn around, and again, it's very wobbly, but it turns back towards the same hole in the ground where you dug up the hands.
No, I'm not going there.
You're not going there. You just say, "No, I'm not going there."
No, well, in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
In the
Miri.
meta. No, 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 not again.
Miri, what are you doing?
She waits till it gets to wherever it's going and then sees what it does.
It
So I hold it a ready to action.
falls basically to its chest and starts to do the same digging that Jackson was doing, and
Okay.
pretty soon it drags out a pair of greaves, and then a pair of leggings, and the leggings have legs in them.
Oh, interesting. Somebody just tore him apart.
And as long as you're watching, he'll sit there and put the legs back on.
Okay, she continues.
Once it's done, it turns to you. It stands upright.
But it doesn't have a head.
Does not have a head. No helmet. No nothing. Just empty spot.
She
It
asked,
points at your boat. You ask what?
what? Where's your head?
It raises its shoulders, shrugs.
Well, it's got hands now. It's got arms.
I know. As I said, it articulates. I don't know. I don't know.
Just a moment. Let me check in the chest. Anybody have any skills with opening these things?
Well, what are you talking about? Opening the chest. The chest is what
Oh,
got up and
there
walked around.
wasn't a chest. Okay.
There is a chest, but the chest is the skeletal chest inside of the suit of armor. Get it? That was the.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bad joke. I didn't mean to choke you up like that.
Yeah. I'm all choked up.
Yeah.
Well, at least
Okay.
you got your head.
I do think that this must be part of a king's regalia.
Clearly looks to be of possibly dwarvish invention, and based on its size, it definitely would fit a dwarvish king.
A dwarvish king. Okay. Somewhere there's a head and a helmet, but this much we have, but I don't know if I want to be traveling with an animated skeleton. Oh, I'll do sense evil.
Sense evil. There's definitely evil inside the suit of armor. It's still pointing at the boat. When you guys haven't responded, it starts to walk towards the boat.
No, 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 no. Uh, let take a rope and throw it over it, like lasso it.
Okay, well, it's got no head, so it's not going to notice. You throw up the
Okay.
rope around it, and you're holding it, and it's still walking in the sand. You know how that you're holding against it, it's trying to trudge, so it's kicking sand up behind it as it's trying to walk away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Umar, any ideas? There's something inside it that's evil. Inside it. Not the armor, but inside it.
Take it out so I can crush it.
So you're gonna come up behind it and start like detaching the
Yeah.
buckles on the armor.
Yep.
Well, you can't. You're holding it with a rope.
Yeah, I'm holding the
So
rope.
you're yelling for Omara to Omara and Jackson to.
Yeah, unbuckle the shoulder, the breastplate from the back plate, and you should be able to get at whatever in there.
Okay, so when you do so, and it takes a bit of a struggle. You're sitting there with an ambulatory suit of armor trying to get away, but it doesn't have full facilitative control and anything like that, and it still
Yeah.
doesn't have any low. It just now has achieved its full physical form. When you finally get it off, what you have is this disgusting, disturbing, spider-like, maybe crab-like thing living inside of living inside the suit of armor. It's blackish gray and has a white symbol on its upper shell that looks like a skull.
I let go with the sacred uh, flame.
You're gonna sacred flame the chest.
Yeah, that
Okay.
creature in particular.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. Oh no, it has to make a save. It'll actually. No, it'll fail. Go ahead and do the damage of your
Okay.
sacred flame.
7, 5, 4, and 3. 12, 7, 19 points of damage.
The thing sears and pops and crackles like cooking lobster and gives off a quite pleasant meat aroma.
Ugly.
It turns the skull face in your direction, readjusting itself and starts to let go of the bones. As it does so, the armor suit starts to collapse.
Okay.
Jackson, what are you doing? You're sitting there trying to take the armor off of it, and now it's letting go of the armor, and so the bones are falling apart. What are you doing, Jackson? Come on, Jackson. Mom must have had him come do something. Umara, you were also
Alright.
helping with the armor, so you're taking it apart, and the thing
At
falls
least
apart.
he's done more
Yeah.
tonight than he's ever done before.
He's working hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna help out.
Help out
With
by
the-
what? Bashing it with the hammer, or because the armor just literally was, you were fighting with the armor, and all of a sudden now the creature's let go of the body, the bones inside,
And it's crumpling before
it's,
you.
well, it's trying to crawl out.
Yeah, I'm gonna mash it before I can
Mash
just
and bash, mash and bash. Roll to hit.
as soon as I get purchase on it.
Roll to hit.
Side of it.
That's gonna be 25.
Oh. Well, the bad news is you're crushing it into sand. So the first blow puts it down. You felt satisfying because you heard it kind of crunch. But now that it's into the sand, it's starting to extricate itself from the bones and start to burrow into the sand.
Oh, lovely. We need some mold earth.
Yeah,
I don't-
a mold earth spell might work.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody in this party that has any kind of elemental magic at all. It's really kind of sad.
I don't
I mean,
think
there's a cleric who's already proved that she can move water, but she hasn't considered trying to move, I don't know, sand with water in it.
Ooh.
Are you listening, Miri?
Yes, and she's going to lift it up, a block of it.
She's yelling, mold earth, and you're going, mold earth? Why would I make it warm and fermented? Oh, mold earth, not mold earth.
She lifts up the block of it.
Okay, basically, I imagine you lift it, and it kind of takes the form of a hand holding the
Yeah.
thing inside it, so it's sandy and very moist, but inside you can see pushing out towards the knuckles and stuff is the creature.
She carries it over to where the loot pile is.
Uh-huh.
I think we can drop it here and you can be ready to smash it.
Oh, that's good. It's going to be solid, dense metal to smash it against.
Yep.
You ready, Umara?
Yeah. I'm ready to
All right,
get
Okay.
it.
so let's go with a dex for a successful drop from Miri, DC of 10, and a successful attack roll from Omara to
Huh,
crush it.
I rolled a 19. That's not even with my ability.
Bullseye. She just kind of plunks it directly on top of the pile. Here comes Omara's silver hammer. Smack it.
With a 19.
Oh, nice. There's a crunching sound. And since it was already cooked, this is basically lobster sushi.
Crab
Well,
cakes in one.
BP to Jackson. My gosh, did you hear what he said, everybody?
Said crab cakes, anybody?
Wasn't that awesome? Holy crap.
You
Well
know,
done, Jackson.
Jackson, you have been playing better tonight than you have ever played before.
This
We
is
did miss you when just a bit ago, okay? When he directed a question at you. But other than that,
you're
you
doing
have
amazing.
been
That was
there.
that definitely a BP. Crab cakes, anyone has ever. The wafting smell of lobster rises from the dead corpse. That's great.
Ooh, you would eat that, says Mary? It's nasty.
Oh, but it smells so good. Just throw a little bit of butter on it. Mm. Oh, maybe it's because I haven't had sushi in months.
I love sushi.
I know, but COVID
One
has kept me
time when
away.
I'll be
Oh,
allowed
I
out of it, we're going to go for sushi.
just had some for my anniversary.
Where'd you go?
It's a little place that's nearby. My boyfriend and I, where we first met.
You met him in a sushi place?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Aaron, I don't know where you are. You just got a couple more points of cool.
I'll let him know.
I mean, he's got cool points because he's your beau, but more so because he was at a sushi place. That's awesome.
Okay.
As I'm sitting here eating bread and jam. Yeah, great. So much
The
not
other day I
so much like
mixed
not sushi here.
peanut butter with sugar-free apricot jam, and I spread it on crackers.
Exactly.
Well, for me, it says earlier,
Uh-huh.
I have crackers and a can of tuna.
There we go. Tuna tuna can. There we go.
With
Alrighty. So Mr. I just earned a BP Jackson. You get the chance to now finish the looting process you were doing earlier. So you scoop up the rest of the coins, justifiably so, because that actually may be the first action as a character you've done in probably a decade, it feels like. Good job. Way to go.
She does look for a green gem, though. The
Oh,
only thing
do
she'll
you see any
choose.
green gems in there, Jackson? Roll a D8.
Yeah. A 3.
A 3? No, it doesn't find any green ones. Closest you can find is kind of a blue-green.
If I can, I'd like that one.
Do you let her have it, Jackson?
Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty. So,
Now we pick up the pieces of the armor, nestle the pieces in together, take the back and put it inside the chest, take the were there gauntlets on the hands?
no.
Okay, no gauntlets, no boots. There were greaves.
And leggings. And leggings.
And leggings. Okay. So the leggings go in there, the back part to the front and then everything nestled together and then you just put a rope around it and it's a neat little pile.
Okay, so now you put that back on board the boat and use the...
Now, Umara, I could use your strength to lift this. She tries to lift it up and going, I don't have that strength.
All right.
That's not true. That's not true, Mary. You're a cleric. Clerics can wear heavy armor.
I'll go ahead and do
And this
that.
is only a dwarf-sized armor, so you
Do
don't
I
have
do-
to.
So do I do that with advantage?
Sure. But you didn't have to. She could have.
Yeah, the problem is it's dwarf size armor and she's probably not much taller than a dwarf, but she's like 85 pounds.
It doesn't matter. By your class, you're allowed to be able to use armor. We were just talking the other day. There's a really cool video out there that Travis found that shows that a person in full armor, even if you're talking about full combat armor, could still maneuver as fast as any modern soldier, including but not limited to a fireman. So police in SWAT gear, a military man in military gear. Uh,
Oh,
a-
that's super.
and what it was showing is that the weight distribution by the metal being connected the way it was at the elbows and such like made it so that the person moving is moving just like a soldier. He's going to be debilitated somewhat because of the sheer mass of it, but it's spread evenly across his being.
Yeah. Well, she'd be killed by the mass.
Not necessarily. And again, that's the reason why you would want elvish armor, since you're elvish or half elven.
No, I'm not half elven. I'm pure human, but I'm tiny.
But you were raised by elves. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
aware of elvish armor being available.
Yeah, I know, and
know of
Mithril
myth-
would
myth.
be wonderful, but I haven't even seen anywhere. So,
Right.
and she doesn't long after what's not available.
Alrighty. So you get the armor back on board the boat, but the boat is still offshore. You're gonna have to push it back. I mean, onshore. You still have to get it back into the water. Of course, there's an easy way to do that if you think about it.
What?
You tell me, cleric.
Getting the armor where?
Getting the boat back in the water, because you push the boat up and out of the water to get to the suit of armor. Now that you got the armor on board the boat, I figured you were trying to get the boat back into the water.
Okay.
I said there's a real easy way if you think about it, cleric.
I raised the level of the water.
There
so
we
it
go.
floated the boat.
There we go.
So she raises the water.
Now
a
it
couple.
must be clear. When you do so, the boat does not return to its luster. It's still the paler, normal-looking blue. It's no longer that brilliant, magical blue that it was before.
Okay.
And the rope is still just a rope.
Yep. So we turn it around with the oar, and then she raises a standing wave again, a little one, and to take him back across.
Okay. As you do so, the oar, you get the boat turned around and you're pushing off the shoreline, and the crown goes.
What's the matter, Ozo?
What? Oh,
What's the
nothing.
matter?
Nothing. No problem.
No, there's a problem. Otherwise, you wouldn't have brought it up.
Brought up what?
Your sigh. It gives you away.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You told me you were here to fix everything, and I got all hopeful that you could actually be one of them that could actually break the curses, and you didn't even get the cursed item here. That sucks.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's turn around and go back. Where is the cursed item located?
What?
Where is the cursed item located? Did Jackson pick it up when he picked up the treasure? Or is it somewhere else, like in the lake?
I think you need to think a little bit harder about what was going on and what would possess a suit of armor like that.
Oh.
Possessive suit of
Let's
armor.
examine the suit of armor carefully before we go any further. She stops the standing wave. So she starts looking to see what. I figured when we were undid the armor and stacked it all together, if there's anything in there, it would be obvious.
Oh no, it's not in the armor.
It's not.
Think about what I said. What I said was, what would possess a suit of armor like that?
A spirit of something.
Well, I kind of kept yelling out the snow crab thing.
No, you killed the crab. You killed the creature that was mechanically inhabiting the suit.
It just
But
inhabited it.
But what was no? It had been living there for a long time.
Oh, okay.
But why was it waiting like it was? What would possess it to want to be there?
Because it had something unfinished.
Or
Such
was
a,
it left there to?
such as an incompleted curse.
Okay, an incomplete.
Maybe the snow grab was the thing that had been cursed.
Okay, let's go back and examine the snow crab and open it up and see if there's something in it.
Okay, so you row back to the shore. We'll assume that you made the die roll to pull the boat back up on the shoreline.
Yeah, eventually.
Walk back over. Look down at the the pile of loot with the crab bits slowly decaying in the evening air.
Okay, what you'll do is,
Somehow it doesn't quite smell as palatable as it did half an hour ago.
yeah, she picks up the top shell and cracks it off.
Well, it's broken. She hammered it so hard it's splintered into a bunch of pieces.
She looks for the rune, any piece that might have the rune on it.
No, it wasn't the rune, but the entire painted face is that skull's gone. It's bashed to splinters.
That's the splitters. Then look around in its innards.
Okay, unless you're a divination spirit who's going to be reading the entrails, there's really not a lot you can get from that part. Just
No,
try. I guess I'm trying to suggest that you think a little bit more in the macrocosm. Why would the suit be sitting on that spot? What would the suit have been doing when it didn't need the body? Um, what else might be in the sand?
dig in the sand. Dig, clear off the loot from the area and then start sifting through the sand.
Okay,
She'll just pick up globs of sand and then
toss them out of the way, right? So as
yeah,
you start to dig in the sand, you feel the surface of the sand starting to give way,
whoops.
like it's starting to fall inward into the ground, like the ground no longer has gravity's effect, like it's pulling you faster through the ground.
Okay, she kind of like scrambles back and waits till the sand finishes
Okay, so
shifting.
now you're gonna have to make a Dex 16 to do that.
Oh, of course. Okay, what is my deck save total?
It's at disadvantage, by the way, because you didn't even realize what was happening until it was too late.
Okay, my dexterity save. Tell me what my proficiency save is at my level of 19.
It's
Because
plus
all I
six.
have is this is an old sheet. What?
Plus six.
Plus 6. So that's plus 6 plus 3. That's a plus 9. Okay. That's a 20.
That's for it's disadvantage to roll again.
Disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, because you literally didn't know what was happening. It was really late.
8 plus my lowest roll was 8, and that's plus 9, so 17.
17. Okay, you dig out just barely, but you could feel yourself scrabbling, and by now the hole is probably close to 4 feet around, and you can see sand pouring through it, almost like pouring through a sand glass.
Okay. So there's an empty space below.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you lower me down, I'll go in. She casts a light spell and puts it on. Hmm. Is there anything like a stick or a coin or something?
I don't know what you got. You just got a green gem.
Okay. She throws continual light on it.
Okay, so you now have a glowing blue-green gem.
Okay.
Okay, and so you're going to descend down
And
into the
she
hole.
gives you the rope and she puts her foot in
Who's
it.
the you? Who are you giving the rope to?
Umara. and Jackson. They can both do it.
So she wants to go down the hole alone.
Or do you all want to come down? I don't know how deep it is. Maybe lower me down and I can get a look at it with the light. It's not too far down. We could probably drop down and tie a rope to the boat and tie it off somewhere where we could get a hand on it and come back up.
Guys, that was
Um,
that was for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Did you hear what she said?
I heard that about the hole in the rope and how deep it is.
And so she's
And
offering to have you hold the rope, and she's going to go down into the hole.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You're for that instead of going with her?
Well,
You're being prudent. You're making sure you got a way to get back out, right?
yeah,
Jackson, come with me.
Jackson. Yeah, the fact that his mic is on, but he's not there, probably means his mom called him again. All right. So Mary goes down into the hole, and it's constrictive for a little bit. It feels like you're getting squeezed, like into like a
Smaller
sausage.
area.
Yeah, like a sausage packaging, and eventually you fall through. And as you do, you'll fall about 25, 30 feet and land in a pile of sand. So it's not.
Too bad.
It's fluffy. The sand's got a lot of air in it since it's been falling, and it's still continuing to rain sand on you. From where you are, you see you're in roughly a 30-foot space, circular in nature, that is about 4 inches full of sand at this point, with a dome in the center that goes maybe 3 feet up, but the sand is still pouring in. So this area will eventually completely fill with sand. But while you're down here, you notice that there is a uh, hole in the rock about 4 feet up on the right-hand side, that looks like a crawl space that goes upward, inward at an angle away from you. And at the bottom of it, carved there's a symbol of an hourglass in the stone right there, just at the opening.
Umara, there's a symbol of an hourglass on the wall and a crawl space in the wall that is angled upwards.
Yes, you shout that, Umara. You don't hear it.
But
Yeah, well, you can't even hear. You didn't even hear her voice. You just know that the rope went slack when she hit the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make it fast. So she just
Well, you got the rope
oh
tied around you, so you're gonna keep the rope tied around you. You're gonna untie the rope.
yeah, I'm gonna keep the rope tied behind me.
Okay, so even though the rope went slack when she hit the ground, now the rope is getting taut again as she's dragging more rope out of your hands. You do notice that the rope is going down through the hole, and you can see that the sand is having somewhat of an eroding effect on the quality of the rope. Just imagine thousands and thousands of little tiny shards of glass pouring against the side of the rope. It'll take a long time, but it is compromising the rope's strength. So are you going to continue to feed rope out to her so she can go further into wherever she's headed?
Umara?
I cannot hear her, so I'm just
No,
assuming.
no. I'm clarifying. You feel the rope go tight again because she's trying to draw some rope so she can move down there.
Oh, I misunderstood.
And
Okay.
as you feel that rope, you can't hear her, but as you feel that rope, I just need to know if you're going to play out more rope for her to go wherever she's going down there. She's only using about 35 feet of it now, and 30 feet of it now, and you've still got another 25 plus 10, so you have 35 more feet.
Well, I need to know if what I need to know what the message was to be pulled up.
I don't think you guys
No
made
one.
No one
We
made
didn't-
one.
So I'm gonna have to keep pulling her down.
Pulling her back, you mean? Or are you playing her down? Yeah, playing
Playing her
down.
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So you're getting more
Wrong
rope.
choice of word.
Right. No problem. So you're just continue to feed rope to her.
Play the rope out.
Right. So you're now able to cross that space and start to crawl into that crawl space.
Yeah. Okay.
As you crawl up into the crawl space, you come into a small chamber, and in the chamber are 3 helms. The 3 helms are on stone pedestals, and the first of them is broad and has brilliant filigreed eagle's wings to the left and the right side of the helm itself. The nose piece comes down over the center and widens just at where the nose point would be on the wearer. And the brow line has been double thickened to protect against forward attacks on the suit of armor.
Which? Okay.
That's the first helm. The second helm is the classic Viking kind of setup. It's got a wooden frame with metal underlays that support 2 ridiculously large cattle horns to the left and right. And the nose piece in this case is rotated to the right, but it looks like you could rotate it down to cover the nose and brow region for extra protection. And then finally, the third one is a kettle helm, double embossed with all kinds of filigreed markings and inlaid with dozens of gemstones.
Okay. She brings out the crown. What's the curse?
What's the curse? What do you mean, what's the curse?
Well, there's 3 helms here
Yes.
in a secret room.
Yes.
Do I have to match the one that belongs to the suit of armor?
I would think so.
Okay. Thinking about the suit of armor, which we became rather intimate with.
Ha ha ha!
Okay.
Yes.
Which one of these best looks like it belongs to a dwarf?
Okay. All of them are helms that belonged to dwarves.
Okay. Which one looks like it belongs to that suit of armor?
I can't see them. I don't have eyes.
One has very fine filigree of eagle's wings on the side, and
No, that's not filigree. That actually has eagle's wings. Actual feathered wings.
It has feathered wings on the outside
Okay.
of it, like it looks like somebody took eagle's wings and put them on the helmet.
Does that sound like something that a mountain-based dwarf would do?
Eagles? I'm not sure.
Well, when was the last time an eagle went wandering inside of a dungeon?
Not very often. The next one is a wooden framework with metal panels, and it looks like a Viking helm or something like that.
The
And
Vikings, aren't they ocean going?
Yeah, and it has these huge
How
impossible
often do dwarves go out on the ocean?
Not very often. They sink.
So what's the third helmet?
The third helmet is very fine filigree work on a great helm.
Great helm. Actually,
great-
the way I described it was a kettle helm. It's the ones.
Kettle helm.
Yes. So which one sounds more like a dwarf might wear it?
The kettle helm.
Then I guess you didn't need me after all. So just use me, abuse me, wear me.
Yeah. You sing the same song, and I do too. No.
Damn. Okay.
And she picks up the kettle helm.
Okay. And as you reach for the kettle helm, the crown once again goes.
Okay.
I think you brought Jackson with you for a reason, didn't you? Because you don't want to be twice cursed, do you?
No. But I don't want him cursed either. I mean, okay, these items are all cursed, right?
They have to be by nature. There are 7 items and 6 curses.
Okay, Jackson, would you please take the helm? Oops, Jackson.
He's currently muted, so he may have had to be talking to his mom.
Sorry. I heard the so take the helm.
Yep, take the
Yes,
helm.
would you please take the helm?
So, there's 7 curses.
As soon as you pick up the helm, the voice says, "Yes, sir! We are going to do great things! We are going to ascend and achieve the unachievable! We will believe the unbelievable! Are you ready? Can I get an amen?
Oh my God.
Can I get an amen?
Oh,
Can I get an amen?
I'll
Uh,
do that.
I thought you were Dwarven helmet.
I am!
Well,
Clearly,
then say
clearly, I'm from the south part of the mountains. I'm Jesse.
Jesse
I'm
from
into
the
that.
Southern Mountains.
No,
Just
I'm
James.
Jesse. No, I'm Jesse Helms. Come on, you guys. Don't you know
Jesse,
your? Don't you know your
just a helm.
Don't
You are
don't 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 you
just.
get the humor? Don't you know who Bozo the Crown is and Jesse Helms?
I'm glad to meet you. Thank you
Can I
for
get an
sharing.
amen?
I thought we should say a dwarf.
A man.
Okay, a male.
Amen.
I'm sorry, I don't worship that God.
Amen only means so let it be, chillin'.
So let it be.
That's right. Amen.
I think you're going to have a problem on your hands,
So,
or maybe
Mrs.
on your.
Jackson, you and I are going to get along real well because your name could as well be Jesse Jackson as I am Jesse Helms. I'm having too much fun with this.
Okay.
You ready to rule the world, Jackson? Ready to ascend to your righteous place on the crown, on the throne of the dwarves? Or are you
Jack,
completely speechless, boy?
I think he's rather speechless and has never had to handle an item such as you before.
Ah, he's one of those weak, silent types.
Hey, Cord, are you still around?
Well, so
No.
anyway,
Okay.
clearly you found the second cursed item.
Okay. We withdraw the cursed item.
Okie dokie. Well, you go back and the rope, the sand is now up to about 5 feet deep, so you're slogging to get back to the top of it and climb it.
Yeah.
And then you're down onto the center of where the rope has been hanging for a while. And
Yeah.
you can even see that the rope has been abraded by the sands.
Well, luckily.
Ha ha ha.
Uh, Jackson, you go up first while the rope
Well,
is
how are
as
you?
gracious.
So how are you going to hold the rope tight when you've given her the message that you want rope every time you pull on it?
I wiggle it back and forth. I shake it.
Okay. Dex
It's something.
perception test, Umara.
Oh, that's gonna go fantastic.
Won't it? Won't it, Jess?
I'm not terribly unwise. Ooh, do I have a luck?
You can re-roll with
You
a
can
name tag.
You can name tag it.
I could name tag it. I think I didn't name tag it.
Okay, so just put a question mark after your name after you do it, and roll the dice.
Okay, that's not terrible. That's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you're able to discern that there's something happened different on the rope. So you start to pull.
Jackson, up you go.
Okay. And after a few minutes of struggle, you'll see Jackson come out of the sand. By that time, it's almost 6.5 feet down there, so Miri's about a third of the way covered in sand, as well as it's still pouring down on her from above as she's waiting for you to pull her up, and then basically without any.
Okay. She hardens the sand below her.
So when he comes out of the sand, though, Jesse, did you put the helmet on or did you put it in your bag? Nobody
don't
help
think
him. Nobody help him. Jesse. I mean Jackson.
Just Jackson.
Jesse Jackson. Okay, so this is one of the situations. I'm just going to make the call that in order he's figuring out what he's going to do with it. When you said climb the rope, he just absentmindedly put the helmet on.
Okay.
So the beautiful kettle helmet is the first thing you see coming up out of the sand beyond his arms.
Okay.
When he does, the voice calls out, "Why, Mara, you looking more beautiful than ever this morning, darling."
I am very confused.
It wasn't Jackson's voice. As soon as he gets out, he pulls the helmet off and stares at it. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was.
I don't either, and I don't like it.
Helm says, "That's okay, cutie. One of these days, you could be wearing me."
I think I'll be mauling you.
I'll be mauling you. And Miri comes up out of the sand about this time, finally.
Yeah, finally.
Exhausted, covered in sand. It'll take you a long
She-
time to get the sand to all the places it got to that time.
Yeah.
All right, so now you got the helm.
Okay, off we go in the boat. And he picks up a standing wave, a little one. Enough,
Catch a wave and we're standing on top of the world.
Yep.
Okay,
Catching a wave. Woo.
so you get back to the other shoreline.
Okay, we step out.
Yep. You're
And-
now on the shoreline, and so you can go try to catch up with where Cord went to.
Yes.
Okay, so let me catch up with Cord. Cord, what are you doing? You ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So when
Just to clarify, I
Sure.
said I was going to the next room. What I really meant was I'm going to try and collect as many cursed items as I can in this time that it took them to do that one room. If I go into a room and it looks like I can't handle what's happening, I'll just go out and go to the next.
Gotcha. So okay, so you're going around to the next room. The next room is the third hallway, which we hadn't even pursued last time, right?
No, we did.
What
At the
was-
end of it was nighttime, I think, and a big demon guy killing people.
Big demon guy killing people. Does anybody else remember any details? Because that doesn't.
There was the pink bubblegum one. I mean, the gate, there's a pink
was the second
bubble
one.
gum that wafted cinnamon and bubblegum scents.
Uh-huh.
It was pink.
Yeah.
And then we went around it, and then we went further, and there were the overseers. That's what I remember. I didn't think we got to the fourth tunnel.
Yeah, I think
think-
I think
No,
you're
I
right. I
got
think the
the-
third one was the amaranth. You're talking about the. Yeah, I don't remember any big guy killing people. I honestly don't remember. That.
All right.
Yeah,
Was
because
that-
the third one
Was
was
that
the
a
last.
fever dream of what you hoped the next one would be, so you could fight something? Is that what it sounded like?
Let me go get the recording and see if I'm right about that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So I'll go to the next one.
All right. So the third passageway, the structure of it is solid dwarvish construction. Dates back quite some time because the emblems and such in it are crossed hand axes as the symbols, which suggest the era of the Dogs of War, which kind of is typified by the other descriptions you've had of the place, even though you haven't found the architecture like it until you get here. As you're heading down this hallway, there's you can hear a murmur or a whisper on the breeze, and the murmur is basically sounds like a march drill cadence, something along the lines of there's no reason to be afraid, you're now a member of the Charlie Fox Brigade. The enemies cannot us evade, for we are the Charlie Fox Brigade.
All right.
When you get to the end of it, that was let's see. When you said overseers, you need to give me more details on what you saw. That's supposed to be the amaranth.
There were a number of throne-like chairs. They weren't all full. There was maybe at least 3 or 4 of the overseers, and they kept on motioning us to like sit in one
More
of those.
importantly than that, the tunnel ended in a opening out into the outside, but the sky was blue.
Uh-huh.
And like Mary said, there was a bunch of chairs and overseers motioning for us to come out to them.
Oh, I got you. Okay, now I do. Now I do remember. So back that up about the Charlie Fox read. That's someplace else. So you're right. You get down to the end of the hallway. There's the. You said it was outside that the overseers were motioning to chairs, and the chairs were just sitting on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And the chairs were not throne-like, but just regular chairs, right?
I'll be away for just a bit.
Okay.
I don't.
Do you remember particularly?
I don't know what kind of chairs they were.
Okay. Well, they're going to be somewhat reclined. It looks like a barber's chair.
Mm.
So it looks like kind of you just hop in there and lean back a little, and then they lather you up to give you a shave or cut your hair or something like that.
All right, I'm going to enter the room, and I'm going to shout, "Render me the curse!"
As you step in, the voices that were unintelligible, you can now hear them say, "You must hurry! You must hurry! There isn't much time."
Render me the curse!
What? What are you talking
Render
about?
me the curse!
The curse? What do you mean the curse? You're not here to be rescued?
I'm here for the curse.
Oh,
Curse me.
it doesn't make any sense. We came to rescue people. If you want to be rescued, you can sit in one of the chairs.
All right, I will sit in one of the chairs.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check at 21 to see whether the chair can handle it.
All right, that is a 19.
Okay, you hear the chair audibly strain under the mass of your weight, but it's holding.
Okay.
Go ahead and make now a wisdom save.
That's a 12.
Okay, so as you're laying there, they bring you over a cup of boiling greenish liquid. You recognize the aroma immediately as the amaranth elixir they warned you about.
Mm-hmm. I have a pouch of that, actually.
Yes.
A water skin of that.
Right. This is fresh,
Are you-
though. It smells much nicer.
Are you going to feed this to me?
Necessary to prepare you for the transition. You wouldn't, your frail body wouldn't be able to handle the stresses.
And what is this transition?
From mortal to godhood.
I'm going to get it from the chair.
You're gonna get up from the chair.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong? What's wrong? You came here for protection and ascension, did you not?
I have a path for that, and it is not being fed soup.
This.
I need the curse. Give it to me.
Huh. Well, give me a minute. Let's see what we can do. We should be able to come to some kind of compromise because we simply need to prepare you because we don't want you to be destroyed by the travel.
Do you have an item that you know of anywhere near you that is part of a collection and can talk?
Part of the collection.
Of 7. Not the prisms.
Oh. No.
Right. Any piece of headwear that you know of that calls itself a curse?
Really, you need to sit down and drink your medicine.
All right, I'll sit down and drink some of your medicine. Sure. I'll sit down in the chair, and I'll drink the elixir. I guess.
Okay. As you sit down in the chair, the overseer leans forward like he's going to pour the stuff into your mouth, and then you hear just hysterical laughter.
Excuse me.
The image of the overseer starts to crumble a bit, almost like it's collapsing like an illusion, and standing above you is an elf, maybe 5.5 feet tall, dressed in bright orange, with tan trousers, a broad belt that says 7 in 1 blow across the back of the belt. You know this because he's very animated as he walks around. He says, I didn't expect to have anybody so gullible come to solve the curses. I couldn't do it to you. I couldn't do it to you. It would be too bad. You'd end up like probably sleeping off the rest of your life drinking elixir. So let's not do that.
All right. Okay. You have a curse? Anyone here? Elf?
He bows low to you, and as he pulls off his headwear, it really wasn't easily apparent because his beautifully long brown hair was what was the primary feature of the top of his head. But as he leans forward in all blue,
Does he look familiar?
holding a little green beret with a red bob in the center.
Does he look familiar?
Yes.
John, I want you to know, if this is Atherton, my character will attack him here and now with his hammer.
I'm ready. Let's tango.
All right, I'm gonna walk forward and roll.
As you walk forward and you're reaching for your hammer, he actually says, "Let's tango," and you get to make a wisdom save at 21.
I mean, okay, I fail.
Well, you get to roll.
I can't make it, so I fail.
Okay, so now you are doing the tango with Atherton.
Kill me now.
Oh, he says, "Oh no. I had a samba with Umara.
I don't care. Kill me now.
Oh, I would rather break a stained glass window than to kill an artist such as yourself.
Kill me now.
However, since I can't have you following me," he puts his hand against your forehead and you fall asleep.
All right.
You will wake up when the rest of the party comes in and you're laying on the ground with the little beret on your chest. And the last words that you hear echoing your brain is, "Sleep well and dream of large women."
Umara? I promised myself I'd let you have Atherton, but I think I'm going to have to take that back. It's a race now. That's what it is.
Only if she got to hear that. If she didn't hear that entire engagement. Umara, are you there? Come in, Umara. Really? Everybody's gone? Jackson, did you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as we had somebody else witness the fact.
Guys, really? I was muted.
Oh, it wasn't me. But did you?
No, I was muted and I tried speaking and
It's
you
amazing
guys
how that
just
doesn't
not
work. Huh?
there.
Okay, so did you hear? Say
Yes.
It, say it. Okay, so you heard what Cord just told you, that it's no
Yes,
longer,
and I tried to make a comment to it and I forgot I was muted.
Oh, okay. Well, tell us what the comment was. I'm sure it was valuable.
It was something along the lines of, I'm not there.
Yep. So you come in and you find him laying on the ground, and he's pissed off, and she muted herself again.
All right. Well, okay.
But you did get the.
I look around.
You got the third. You got the third hat.
Oh. Okay. All right. Cool. onto the
Well, no, the hat goes, "Good day to you." And I'm not going to do it nearly as well as Travis, so I'm sorry. I'll apologize now.
hello.
Ah,
You
and who are you? Who you be?
I'm Cord. You?
Ah, I am I am a headwear worthy of a prince of darkness. I am Tam O'Shanter.
All right, Tam O'Shanter. Um, do you know Atherton personally?
Who?
Good. Okay, well, I have
Okay, so the first of his curses is that he brings up your worst and most dreaded fears and faces you with them on an ongoing
I'm
basis.
back.
Well, good.
Sorry.
So now you can tell them what all happened to you, Cord. Literally, as they come walking in, they find you flat on your back with a Irish beret in the center of his chest.
I was duped twice.
What's a beret?
It's a hat. It's like a
There's a hat. A hat.
yeah, it's a felt hat.
Are you injured?
No, emotionally, yes.
Do
I'm more pissed off than anything.
you want to share?
No.
Yes, he should have to share.
Fine. Voice in my head.
No, that wasn't the voice in the head. That was Bozo.
So we have.
I came into this room and I was willing to drink some of the elixir that the overseers offered me, but then it turned out to be an illusion cast by Atherton, who I then tried to kill, but he beguiled me into dancing.
That seems
turned
to
out just to
be
be the
his
hat's illusion.
trick.
Anyone else want Tam O'Shanter?
So
No, you're
lovely,
gonna
isn't
have
it?
to. No, you carry it. The way it looks like it.
No.
There's 7 items. I already carry 1 cursed item. Each of you will have to carry 2.
Wait a minute. We want to carry stuff. Give me power. Give me power, says Gurgi. I am the rightful king of this land. Remember, this is mine.
Not Gurgi. Oh, Gurgi.
Yeah.
No, this belongs. You don't want these items.
Aren't they powerful magic items?
No, they're cursed magic items.
Don't they do really cool things?
They also harm you.
Mary, it's just making it more appealing for him. Trust me, I've been in his position.
Start singing Culture Club. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
Yes.
Wow. On to the next room.
He disappeared again. Now he's a disembodied head floating in the planet. Above the planet. Above Nimbus.
You mean Nycos?
Oh, the thinker.
I'm Zardoz.
No. He's a thinker. He had his finger up here, fist under the chin, and
I was nibbling on my toothpick. Nice.
Okay. Anyway, we go on.
We go on. Okay. So you've got 3 so far. You have Bozo the Crown,
the armor,
Jesse Helms. No, not
and the
armor's.
Oh,
not
Jesse
cursed.
Helm and the armor.
The armor's not cursed.
Okay.
Alrighty. And 4th passageway. As you enter it, the walls are stylized stone in the shape of trees, so it looks like a stone forest. And as you pass further and further, the trees become less and less stone-like and more wood-like, so the detail improves. And then at some point, you realize you're actually outside. You can feel the the ground under your feet that a few feet back was stone now is grassy, mossy.
She stops there and she makes an identifying mark on the wall or whatever passes as a wall or a tree. And then she's going to start doing something to make sure I have a trail back. She'll mark the tree that she passes
I'm gonna head forward.
with an arrowhead pointing back.
Alrighty. Um, as you come around the corner, of the passageway, there's a glow coming from ahead of you. Not dissimilar, I suppose, to the glow that you saw when you saw the crown before.
Yeah, it's a radiant light from a source.
Right, and as you get closer, you see that it is a crystalline sarcophagus coffin sitting on top of a raised stone platform. The inside the casement is a woman's what do they call it? The
Tiara?
sunbonnet. It's got a brim, and then it's got a body part, and then there are the string-like things that attach around the bottom, so you crisscross it around your neck and attach it to the.
Yeah, and it has something that goes along the back of the head, over the head and behind the neck.
Right. But
A pioneer's bonnet.
Yes, and it's laying within that coffin-like field. All around the grounds, you see little woodland creatures, and something in the air, perhaps maybe it's in the atmosphere itself, gives them a cartoonist-like appeal. In other words, they're so cute as to be beyond belief. They're idealized with the big eyes, like the bunny rabbits have these huge big eyes and button noses, and
the squirrels have
collars.
extra fluffy tails with these big eyes and
Right.
big teeth
And the long stripes down their back and all. Yeah, exactly. And the birds in the trees are perfectly singing some sort of tune together, so it sounds even orchestrated.
Mary, do you have anything that will kill my senses?
Kill your senses.
Yes.
Why?
Obviously, this place is meant to be intoxicating in some way.
Yeah, she'll cast Owl's Wisdom on you.
That'll help.
Sort of the exact okay. I'm going to close my eyes and cover my ears as I move towards the coffin.
Okay. Yes. So as you approach
Jackson, back him up.
there's a blue glow coming from beyond in the forest, and out from the forest steps basically in the darkness, it seems faceless image. It's wearing a cowled hood, and a blue light is coming out of the space where its right eye should be. Its upper chest is covered with clothing like a tunic, but its arms are not, and its left arm from the shoulder to the fingertip is metal.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Its legs in places show through its leg coverings, its clothing, as also being metal. And a voice that does not sound human says, "Present yourself or be destroyed."
Okay.
Yeah,
we're all
a bad
presenting
feeling.
ourselves.
A really, really bad feeling.
And as it
Oh,
steps
yeah.
forward, its left arm that was left covered in its cloak raises up, and the lower half of its left arm isn't even an arm, but it immediately is reminiscent of the weapons of the others. It looks like a high-bore weapon of some sort, big-barreled weapon.
Good thing I have bulletproof.
Cord, introduce yourself. All of you, introduce yourselves.
I can't see or hear anything.
Okay.
He's got his
I
eyes
am
closed.
Mary Elwyn, cleric of Nycos, guardian of life. I serve Veritas, paragon of the Green Veil. This is Cord, Torg, Lord Cord of Cord, a king of his people, the Goliaths.
And
Mara,
and the third one of you?
this is Jackson. Introduce yourself. You were there.
I think. Well, I think you already got it.
Introduce yourself.
Jackson's hiding behind you guys, going, "No, I don't want to talk to it. I don't want to talk to it."
Are you going to introduce yourself or do you want me to?
You already did it.
No, I didn't introduce you.
You said my name.
Yeah, I was calling your name because I wanted you to respond for
But
yourself.
that you already did. You already introduced me. And I think we're good.
No, technically she didn't. She was asking you as a player. She asked
Yeah, that was
Jackson
in
as
the
character.
meta,
She's,
not in
Oh.
the game.
she's just saying it's your turn. So in the game, she just would have turned and looked at you. She wouldn't have actually called your name. So please introduce yourself.
Well, I am Jackson, and I am a all-aspiring adventurer.
Wow, that's nice adjective. And who is the woman?
Umara, Brightwood, Druid, and the ancestral
Barbarian. That's right.
barbarian.
Okay. Well, and your toad-like woman friend?
The toad-like woman is a child called
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
And the hairy one.
Gurgi.
He calls himself Gurgi.
King
And
of the Golem, master of the castle.
When I get to the coffin, I'm gonna try and break in with my fist.
How about this shift
Well,
in the top?
as you approach the coffin, number one, it is 7-sided. You have seen coffins like this before.
One of these.
Number two, the bonnet is floating actually over what appears to be a diaphanously clad female body. The body appears to be a perfect specimen, if you will, of the Eldrin kind. The long pointed ears, the very beautiful long hair, the aquiline nose.
All right. I want to
There you
point
go,
to the person. with
There's
the
something I'd
gun
like
arm.
to do
Who
before
are you? Identify yourself.
Wait, Cord.
What?
Cord. She goes up and waves your hand. And then she puts it. Wait. She does speak with dead.
Okay,
And the
when you start that spell, the weapon on his arm, you can hear it making a charging noise. And he says,
Get behind me, Mary.
"You do not target any spells towards my love, or I will destroy you."
What I wanted to do was speak to her.
That's funny. That's hysterical. Who sent you here to tell me that kind of horrible and tragic joke? Can't you see she's been eliminated? She's been taken out. She's been reduced to a pawn in a battle that you can't possibly understand?
But I am a cleric and I can speak with dead. And I was going
She's
to...
not dead, damn you! And a shot goes off because his rage is such that he just blasts a bolt of energy from his weapon, and it shoots past you, scorching the air, leaving an acrid arsenic smell as it goes by.
I'm gonna pull out my 50 caliber.
When you do, he goes and basically moves behind her, or rather in front of her
Cord.
coffer.
She goes up and stands in front of Cord and she pushes the gun down. Okay. I take it you're dead too, or you are alive, but mostly mechanical.
So it's true.
Now,
No,
would
it's.
you
I'm asking you, is it true?
is what true?
Has has what we've done taken hold? Are we too late?
Okay. Since I don't know what you did, will you tell me what you did and then I can answer your question better?
And now you're taunting me. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know what we did. Who
Well, we
who who
don't.
who?
Which iteration did you what iteration did you do it in? Were you the ones that caused the revening?
How do you know that word? It hasn't even been invented yet.
Oh, it's been done and
Then
we've
we are already doomed. There's nothing you can do, and another blast goes off, singeing your hair. There. Go ahead, take your shot if you're going to use your rifle.
Nah, I'm just gonna keep it on him.
Okay, but he scorches some of that curly hair you got growing that you hate.
I have no hair.
he's bald. Takes off one of your horns on your helmet.
Um. Now I'm gonna point the rifle at his lever. Don't shoot again.
Okay. The revening happened. It removed all the
You
histories
can't
from
be
the.
here then. You can't be here then. This is not right.
This is the now.
No, this is not possible.
This is the now. The others have
No,
come
you don't
again.
understand. This is not possible. I can't be here. You can't be here. This is not right.
I don't understand why it is not right. We are here. We are traveling. We Horde was sent here to meet someone, but obviously that person is not here.
I was here to just take back this key for the giant.
Which giant?
A fire giant by the name of Glurzar the Luthor.
Well, that holds true. We were under the protection, the defenses of the Bluthor regime just prior to um, the act that would have. Wait, that means this is before. But you said this is after. So
This
how can this be? I don't understand. I can't be here. I made a promise.
Maybe you're not here.
Wait a moment. What was your promise?
I would save you. But if you're here, then I can't be here. And if I'm here, you can't be here. This is not possible.
Give us the bonnet and we'll leave.
You only came for the bonnet?
Yes. Which is cursed, the bonnet or the cylinder?
Oh no, it's definitely that horrible hat. Since it invaded, she's been unable to awaken. Let me see what I can do. And he turns and puts his metal hand against the side of the canister. There's a hissing noise and it opens, and you see that she's completely encased in a gelatin-like material. He puts his metallic arm into the gel relatively slowly, and it's like watching somebody put their hand into a whole vat of gelatin. Just slowly seeps in until he grabs a hold of the bonnet and then pulls it out. As he pulls it out, he's closing the door and he's apologizing profusely. He keeps referring to her as his love, and this will only be a short time longer, and we will have reached our peace. And then as the box closes, he turns around and tosses it at your feet. Get rid of the damn thing. I don't care. But leave us be, because I can't be here, and I'm trying to make sure that you can.
What is your name?
I can't tell you.
Are you by any chance subject 234?
When you start that and you say the subject part, another shot is going to go off right within. Matter of fact, make a dex save, Gene.
Okay. I rolled a 17. I have a +9.
Okay. So he basically puts a death shot at you. You could feel you've had that pass by you before.
Yeah.
He says, "Never, ever attempt that again in my presence. You will destroy the magics and ruin everything."
Okay.
Now, take your hat and go.
All right. I'm gonna pick
I
up the
wish
bonnet.
you and your love the very best, and I will pray for you.
He kind of smiles a little and he says, "A pray for me from you would be self-serving, but I understand and honor it."
All right. I'll pick up the bonnet, and I'll back out of the room.
As you do, a voice says, "Hey, y'all, big boy. Didn't know you were my kind."
Who are you?
Are you enamored of hats, Cord?
What?
She goes up to your ears and pulls out a plug. Are you enamored of hats, Cord? You seem to have a second one.
I mean, it's a collection.
The collection.
I have a hobby now, Miri.
Yes. This
Collect-
one automatically, you're going to love this one, makes him look female.
Oh, very cool.
Only if you wear it.
Wait,
You're not
wait,
wearing
wait.
it, so
Oh,
So it doesn't affect me at all.
I wonder if
nice.
I
Exactly.
wore it whether it would override my other curse.
It's possible, but it's also a cursed item.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
need another cursed item.
May
I
I
really don't.
inquire your name, bonnet?
But I'm going to have to pick one more up.
Well, given the trend in other names, I wonder if you might be able to guess my name.
Bonnie.
Mad Hatter.
No, let's see what you got so far. You got
Bonnie the Bonnet.
no. Listen to the other ones. You got
Bozo the Crown.
Bozo the
Jesse
Crown.
Helm, Tam
Jess-
O'Shanter.
yes,
Jesse Helm.
and Temple Shanter. Therefore, this one must be Lisa Bonet.
Oh, Lisa Bonet. The bonnet.
Exactly.
It's a Bonnie bonnet you have.
Why, thank you.
No, it's a Bonnie bonnet you are.
Yes.
It's too bad you're another cursed item, but
Uh, curse is a relative term. I'm not born this way. I'm drawn this way.
I've heard that
Yeah, it's not my fault. I'm drawn this way.
from that same person, the same voice. It just said it again. I don't understand what that means. I'm only drawn that way.
Yes, well, you've seen the cartoons in the area, so.
You know what I've seen drawn?
Mm,
The next room.
nice. You just want to get through this, don't you? You're done with this, right? All right. So
I'm on a mission
since
from God.
we have the theme and all of that, and we are running out of time, we've got 4 hats so far.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go see what the other hats are. Okay, so
What just happened? No,
Sorry, you
no.
missed it.
no, he's wanting to know what that was all about. Once
We
you're
haven't-
once you're out of the room, I'll let you talk about it. I just don't want you talking about
No,
it.
You realize everything
it's
we
just
have so
that-
far is like a helm.
No,
or
it's
hat.
just no. It's just that the connection just went interrupted.
Oh,
Oh.
the internet. You lost what actually happened. Well, they basically talked to the weird techno guy that was protecting the female, and almost tried to guess his name, which could have been catastrophic. But he warned you off and let you escape with the hat because of it.
Because he says if we're here, he can't be here. So it might be this place is just out of time.
Okay, and so to speed this up, you've gotten 4. The other ones will be. Let's see. You got 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one is going to be a head wrapping like from a Sunni or a Shiite. The
Okay.
head wrapping. His name is Keith. Keith Turban.
Keith Turban. It's called a jibba or
No,
something
it's
like
called a
that.
turban. It's making the joke off of that because his name is Keith.
Okay, it's a turban.
Because Keith Urban is the guy who played Dr. McCoy in the new Star Trek ones. He also played Judge Dredd.
Oh. Yeah, I thought you were talking about an Australian dude, but okay. I was way off there.
Let me double check that's right. Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. I used the wrong first name. Keith Urban's the singer. I got to get the right. What's his name?
Star Trek original Dr. McCoy.
Carl Urban. There we go. Carl Urban.
So it's Carl Turban.
Carl Turban. Yeah, my bad. Keith Carl.
That's okay.
Yep. Thank you for catching that for me. I appreciate that, Cord. Well done.
I was just like, Australian singer.
Yeah.
Turban.
No, I just was going for the tough voice. Of the Turban comes off with the tough voice of Judge Dredd.
Who wants this one?
I knew you'd say that. Oh, of course, you could always give it to your new Gurgi friend.
Okay. Just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have it.
I'll give it to. I mean, as actually, I'm probably not the one who got it. So who wants
Jackson?
the turban? Jackson, you want the turban?
My turn.
Yeah,
Do you want the?
you want the
do you want
turban?
the?
Turban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Its
Wait,
name. Its name is
Don't
Carl.
put it on.
Wait, what does it look like?
It's
It
a
looks
head
like
wrapping.
a.
It's a long silk cloth. You wrap it around and around and around your head, so that you look like you're from one of the Arab
Actually,
nations.
Persia
Yeah,
is where they
Persia.
wore the turbans, and also
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I understand that.
Okay, and then that was 5. So
don't put it on.
I know.
You look like a woman.
Roasted? That's
then
not
there's
a
gonna
roast.
be a red.
Give it to Cord. I'll give it to Cord.
He gave it to you.
Okay, I'll take it back.
Okay. There's a red cord.
Yeah. Then there's let me see.
And what is that cord called?
No, it's not a cord. Hang on. I got ahead of myself. Do, 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 do. Oh, it's a hauberk. Next one.
Oh,
It's made out of shiny red gold metal.
hauberk.
Mm-hmm.
Red gold medal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Does somebody have a bag of holding?
I got a
I
sack.
should.
And of course, his name is Robin.
I should still have my bag holding.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Redbreast.
No. Well, we'll get to that. He
Red
just calls
Crest?
himself Rebin. We'll deal with that in a minute because that's the final hook to all of this. That was 6, right? One more.
Yeah, uno más.
Okay, uno más. And yes, a brown head wrap that covers the shoulders, called what is her name? Just a second, I'll think of it. Oh yeah, her name is Kate, and she's a babushka.
Babushka.
Hmm.
Okay, it's like the Russian women wear the kind of. It's almost a shawl over their head.
Yes, but it's specifically head covering.
Hmm.
All right. I have three of them. Umara, do you want Robin and Kate?
Well, it don't matter. The point is that you have all of them, and now the
Sure.
trick is that you have to determine which one of them is non-existent. You have seven. One of them doesn't belong.
Quite honestly, it's the halberd.
And
What made
why, in particular, do you say that
All the rest of them are head coverings.
a halberd is a head covering? It's the chainmail hood and collar.
No, that's a coif.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. I said halberd. I should have said coif.
Oh,
My bad.
Okay,
I
coif.
was
Yes.
also okay.
Yeah, we were both thinking. See, he and I were both thinking the halberd included the hood.
No,
Um,
that's the long chainmail shirt that drops down to about mid calf.
Okay. So anyway, it's a coif, but its name is still Robin.
Yeah. And if it has the front part, it's an aventail, the part that covers the chest. Okay. The two pieces of armor, hard armor. The rest of them seem to be cloth. Tam O'Shanter is just a bonnet. It doesn't cover the whole head. The turban covers the whole top of the head, a little down the side. The bonnet certainly does.
hmm.
The helm certainly covers the whole head. The kettle helm. The kettle helm.
Okay, we're going to run through them all again so you can see each one individually. We have, starting at the very beginning, you have
Bozo crown.
Bozo the Crown. Okay,
It's the only one that doesn't completely cover the head.
well, hang on. Second, we have
Jesse Helm.
Jesse Helm. Third was Tam O'Shanter. Fourth is
Lise Bonnet.
Lisa Bonet, right?
It's about Lisa, Lisa
A there.
Bonnet, Bonnette.
Let's see, Bonnet. Yeah, and then next is
Carl Turban.
Carl Turban. Actually, yeah. Actually, he's a Turban named Carl. He never said his last name was Turban.
Ah.
Just like Jesse. He called himself Jesse. He's Jesse Helm. Yes. That's kind of important nuance. After Carl Turban, then we have
Robin.
Huh?
Robin.
Robin. Robin the Coif.
Okay, is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5,
then
6.
Kate.
Kate. Right. The babushka named Kate.
See, that's what's strange. There's 5 that are cloth, and 2 that are, oh no, 4 that are cloth and 3 that are
Metal.
metal. If there's an equal distribution of types, then one of the things that is a cloth is the extra piece. But that's the only pattern I see is 3 and 3.
No, there's actually look at it from the standpoint of nomenclature, the naming of them.
Okay. There's Helm.
Name Jesse.
Just a moment. Oh, okay. The first one is.
Um,
Oh, okay. The first one we got was. Why am I all of a sudden coming up short? I can't even read my own writing.
uh,
Too late at night.
Crown.
Uh,
Bozo.
Bozo the Crown.
Bozo. Bozo the Crown. So we have Crown. Then we got a Jesse Helm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like this. We got we have a supercalifragilistic that just came from Allie.
Bozo, Jesse, Lisa, Robin, Kate, Tam, Carl.
Bozo. Jesse.
Tam, Carl, Kate. You missed one.
Oh,
Helm.
Bozo,
Oh
Jesse,
no,
Lisa,
Kate's.
Robin.
Oh, you put
No.
you put Kate in, but you put Kate in the wrong order. She was the last one.
Oh,
Jesse Helm.
Well, just looking at the names, without anything else, you should be able to just look at the list of names and tell me which one doesn't belong.
Okay, let's try alphabetical order. Bozo is first.
You're thinking way too hard.
Bozo is a stupid name that's not actually a name.
yeah.
Um,
It's not a real name.
Actually, it's not true. Bozo the Clown exists.
Only in fiction.
yeah.
True.
The rest of them are real names.
Except for one.
Robin.
Okay, but one of them,
Robin.
but only one of them is actually not a name.
Robin?
No, Robin's a name.
Oh, yeah, but it's also
Tam?
There we go. Why is Tam not a name?
Because that's a nickname.
No. What do you call the hat itself?
A Tam.
A Tam O'Shanter.
Oh.
Do you see? All the rest of them have names.
Oh.
Furthermore, you can know that this must be the one that stands out because who gave it to you?
Oh, yeah.
The
An
that
SOB,
couple.
an SOB villain.
Ha 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 ha.
Get it? He jumps in and gives you a curse that's not a curse.
Oh boy. Well,
To try to get you to not succeed in this.
Tam O'Shanter. That's a hat name.
Yeah, it's actually a Tam O'Shanter is what they call the Irish hat, the one with the little red bob on the top.
Oh, that's. Oh yeah, yeah. That's right.
Pom-pom.
Yeah, I
And
would
usually
not
it's
have
plaid.
in a million years. Woof. 10 intelligence fighter over here. Am I right?
Am I right? Am I right? All right.
Okay. Okay.
And so all you had to do was get to all these hats. And I'm doing this, we're running out of time, and today I wanted you to be able to finish this today. But each of these hats is individually cursed. But by finding the one that doesn't belong, in this case, Tam, you actually disarm the curses. Now what that does is that's going to revert the timeline, because in reality, this is something you haven't run into before, and that is this is a chronological storm. This is a temporal storm whose symptom is no weather.
That raises some existential questions.
It should. It should immediately ask all kinds of questions.
Are we not in a temporal storm with no symptoms?
Not anymore.
Which means
I'm
we will
talking
have
about reality.
weather when we go outside.
Yes, we are currently in real life in a temporal storm. We are actually setting up and proving my idea of that humans should only travel in groups of 100.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to take the one that Atherton,
So graciously gave you?
yeah, and I'm going to,
Burn it. I'll burn
Burn
it
it.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure,
all you
that
do is,
Mary-
yeah, what?
I'll
Yeah.
give it to Mary.
Yeah, let Mary use one of her elemental things on it now.
Do it, Mary. Burn
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
So she will-
because otherwise you'll have both Umara and Cord upset because either one of them got to do something against Atherton or one of them was duped by Atherton. So
It has a smell on it, Mary. Burn it.
She'll burn it.
Okay.
Still use Sacred Flame,
And you
4d8.
burn it in the fireplace of the castle, and as you're burning it in the fireplace in the castle, the place will revert to its actual natural existence, and the room will fill with fire giants, and it's now restored. And so the good news is that Cord can start working on his new weapon, and he's made a new friend because the king of these fire giants is most pleased with your performance.
Very nice.
Yay!
Woohoo! Mission
Well done. Well
accomplished.
done,
There's
Cord.
Um,
Jackson, who's still way behind you, will level up from this, but you guys won't.
fair enough.
Let him get closer, catching up with you.
Good.
And
Up you'll go.
that was his best role play performance in history. So thank you for that, Jackson.
That was really good, man.
I'm level 4, so now I'm level 5.
Yay! Excellent.
You get 2 attacks if you keep a fighter.
Yeah. Not only that, he hasn't had his visitation. Did you have your visitation, Jackson?
Visitation.
No.
Hey,
He hasn't had a visitation.
If you wait a couple weeks, I'll visit you.
That's funny. That's funny. It's funny because you think it's going to happen in just a couple of weeks.
And I wouldn't want to be in LA. He wants to extend it for 3 months. He's not going to get the people to cooperate being shut down for 3 months.
What the heck? Where did that come from?
Whoa,
What the frick was that?
That was an interesting divergence from what we were talking about.
Oh, I thought he was talking about that he couldn't go see him because of the lockdown. That's what I took it as.
Oh
no,
no, Gene, no, we're talking about the fact that Cord's trying to ascend to deity, and he's getting to get his visitation, which means Jackson gets to interact with one of the deities of Nycos, and Cord is making the joke that in a couple of weeks he should be able to go and visit. That's very funny. That Gene gets the BP. You can put it to any character you want. Gene gets that one. That was hysterical BP. That's very funny.
I need some dihydrogen monoxide.
No kidding.
I'll put it on another character. She's sitting on what, 18 of them?
You're ready to do insta kill at some point. You just pick a target.
At some point.
Yep, auto kill. I don't even have to roll the dice. It's gonna.
Yeah, but it's not worth it to spend 18 points. She'll do with whatever she can do.
Yep. Alrighty. Well,
That's a waste of VP unless it's, if Tiamat came after me, that's what I'd use it for.
Oh, but the one thing we haven't done yet is the actual loot, because the giant is going to be pleased and going to open his coffers. So let's see what you guys get from the king for your efforts.
Oh, also don't forget I grabbed some of the coins when we were at that cave. Thing.
Yes. I'll include
No. We'll get that.
I'll include that in my list of all the stuff you get. So let me pull that up here.
All right.
She goes over to Jackson. Jackson?
Yeah.
I have these coins, but there's no way I can cash them. Could I borrow a couple of gold from you so I actually have cash? Please.
Well, all right.
I'll pay you back when I can.
I know, but until Jonathan could count the
yeah, I understand.
I got 26.
We're just doing this in game. The other stuff is meta.
Yep. So let's see here. The first thing you find is in that pile of stuff. The stone in particular that you got out of the pile, Gene, is actually a moss agate.
Okay.
It's worth 10 gold pieces, which is not a lot.
No.
There are a couple of rhodocrosites at 10 gold pieces apiece. There are a couple of garnets that are violet. They're worth 500.
Yeah.
There's a pair of ivory earrings for 900. You writing this down? So I have to keep.
Somebody, yeah, wait a moment.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay. Well, I know
you got it.
I know it's on video, so you guys can go back and get it. The most valuable thing in the whole pile though is a silver tiara set with gems at 6,000 gold pieces. That's in the loot that he grabbed in particular. Now, let me go see what we've got in. See here.
Guys, speaking of loot, I was thinking,
Hopefully that was the crown I'd be offered that I did not want. Oh, Bozo should be worth something. I mean, the crown should be worth something.
Oh no! The whole point is that all of them, all of the hats except for the Tam O'Shanter, were created as parts of the curse.
Okay,
So by
they're gone.
you eliminated them in order to get the place back.
Okay,
If you had chosen to keep them instead, then you'd be imbuing those curses on everybody.
yeah, I understand, and they're gone, and that's it.
So let me.
Perhaps with the loot, I don't need to borrow anything.
okay,
Okay, so these are given to you from the dwarven from the giant king, from his loot pile for doing things. The first thing, uh, obviously, the small doorway could have been used if you had been able to get smaller. So, a potion of diminution.
Okay.
Because you guys did get separated and might need it from time to time, the ability to still communicate, a potion of ESP.
All right.
Let's see here.
You know, that's almost a burgundy brunette,
What is?
Umara.
Burgundy.
Yeah, it's like a burgundy brunette. It's a brown, but with an overlay of that almost wine color, like a burgundy wine.
What is it again?
Brunette is what a brown head.
No, not the color. The object that's burgundy. I didn't catch it.
Your hair.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very burgundy brunette.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. I was wondering what the heck was going on. So,
Pretty.
A pair of boots of the elven kind.
Okay. Umara, you could use those. Something like that.
That's true. But that's for somebody that needs stealth.
Oh.
I go in hastily. Yeah, those are usually for somebody that wants to sneak around.
Oh, this makes sense. A robe of blending.
Oh, yes, it does.
Did I say robe of blending? Did I say that?
Blending. No, you said blending.
like, whoa.
Blend yourself, but blend us.
Wait. Blending?
Blending. It means that it's kind of camouflaging. In other words, you just blend into the background.
It's not for preparing food.
No.
What?
No, it's not. You stick a banana in a pocket and have pudding. No.
Good.
Of course he thinks of food. And every time, banana soup. Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, pudding. Banana soup.
Well, yeah, pudding's close to soup if you let it set up with enough bone juices in it. It will gelatinize.
Mary, I meant to ask. What's your relationship with the dragon orb? Like, yeah, are you two on good terms?
No. Every time I try to use it, Tiamat tries to take me over.
Yeah, I mean that's not a great
No.
relationship right there. Hmm.
And I have to bloody myself.
Oh, and the giant's going to ask you to do one more thing for him, and that is he basically was able to, because you broke the curse, be able to congeal all the evil magics of all of the curses into a single scroll. He just asks that you destroy it. Unfortunately, it's too powerful to be destroyed by normal fires. You need to find
How
another way
about
to destroy
Sacred
it.
Flame?
Sacred Flame wouldn't be enough, because that's a cantrip.
Mhm.
The normal fires.
Wait a moment.
Oh, I can
I
make.
have so far done earth. I have done water. I haven't done a fire yet. Maybe we can move it someplace and I can try fire. If not, a forge fire might get hot enough.
I mean, I have. Where are they?
Well,
I don't have
he
just
shows you by throwing the scroll in the fire. It does not even light.
yeah, the regular fire. I'm trying to think of
What about a
concentrated.
flaming sphere or a flaming blade?
Nope.
Again, that's kind of low level flame, actually.
That's second level.
Yes.
Flame strike I have, which is a sixth level spell, and it concentrates it in a certain area. I could try bumping it up.
Do you have any suggestions as to destroying this scroll?
Just a second.
Dispel magic?
No,
See here. How to destroy a magic item. What does the giant know? The giant knows different items will require different ways to destroy them. Which way usually often is a lengthy or dangerous quest. At the moment, it's only a magic item that he wants to be destroyed. It's just not that he says now relics and such may be more difficult to destroy. So this is relic level magic because it shut down his castle for an entire iteration.
Quests.
what
So are
about
you saying we?
what about a volcano?
Ah, good point. Yes,
Let me pull up.
you'll love this.
Map.
You'll love this. According to his
The nearest volcano is actually kind of close.
Yes, but the nearest active volcano is the one that apparently has to be destroyed in is the fires of Cauldron.
Oh,
Oh, I can pop back there.
but that would require digging.
It's not a volcano anymore. Remember?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
what
I think
about
that's
down
fine.
below?
Yes. If you want to go down below, that is itself a quest because that means entering the Everdark.
Surely there's a volcano somewhere. Oh.
Yes, but I'm just saying the one that the portents suggest that the one that needs to be destroyed, this specific curse is there. And whatever you do is you don't want this curse to fall into anybody else's hands, because arguably, honestly, that may be exactly why Atherton showed up here, is that he wants this cursed scroll from you.
I shall keep it on my person, as it is my burden to destroy this item.
There we go.
Adding to my character.
Well,
First scroll of blue.
Omar
Thor.
goes,
It
what
would
about
be-
Atherton?
Oh, Atherton, yeah. He showed up and he made me dance.
Fun, wasn't it?
I told him to kill me a bunch of times.
He didn't, did he?
He made a big mistake of not killing me.
Shame.
Hey,
do you know something, Cord? I do think it would be very important to destroy that.
yes.
Now, another thing, Cord.
What?
The Blinn are the problem up north. Not
That's kind of
Vixen.
racist.
No. Atherton already told us. We know he's got an army of over 100,000 Blinn and unblinn.
What's your source on that?
He told us himself.
Y-
You
y-
remember you asked him, "Oh, is it 300,000?" He said, "Okay." He was just laughing at us.
Uh,
Answer is probably yes.
uh,
So
uh,
that is where that battle has to be fought. They are moving north. If they get into the north, there are things there that they probably shouldn't get their hands on. If the army needs to be moved there, and we need to
Mary, we
contact,
need an army.
Put
We don't
put it
have one.
backwards so help me.
then we need to get allies around that area that can get there in time. Or I
All
can
right.
open up another gate and we can see what we can do.
we
Because I
need
know
an
I can get
army.
them to Concordia. I made a major gate at Concordia.
I believe we don't just need allies. We need a movement. We need to make this personal for the East.
You
We
see,
need,
we
we
we try.
need is an army, my
Yes.
friend.
You see, we tried that before, and people like to twist that. So how can we do that without people twisting things?
That's a good question.
And I think we need to also get the Jubilation in there
I think
because they're the only ones I know that have people that can counteract that song and infiltrate the blend to find the person who's playing the Discord.
Umara, to answer your question, I believe that we should focus on a smaller group of people, but make the movement more binding.
Smaller group of people get 300,000.
As long
yes,
as they're powerful.
make
What
agreement contractual, I think, or something like that.
a
A
contract
better
lasts
chance of them not
only as
twisting
long
it.
as you hit the battlefield. If
Well,
someone
the
doesn't,
problem with Rogram's
not being here,
movement when it was necessary, but the problem with it was too open to interpretation.
yeah, but you're not going to get people to sign contracts to go to war.
But if we
Right.
just say blend, they're just gonna look at any blend and slay it.
That's not a bad thing. Blend are not like other sentient races.
That's fair.
Granted, our villains are both elevated versions, but they are not the rank and file.
Yeah, so there might be 300,000 of them, but we still need a sizable group to take them on and a good strategy so that we can maximize our abilities. Anyway, uh, but you need to get done with what you're doing. So hopefully you'll be free to help. Because you're the only one I know that has an army of any significant size.
Hmm.
And shall we say the positions to call on more?
The greatest way to unite people, as history has proven, is not money or
Fame.
yeah, right. It's one of two things actually. It's geography and belief.
What it is, it's not only belief that you need to win so that you are not snuffed out.
Right, exactly.
Because you know what they'll make of you puppets. We saw it when we were down in the. Oh, you weren't there. Never mind, I wasn't there. Another
All right.
character. Come on, you guys both have something to finish. I will do what I can when I'm free.
After we destroy the scroll, I'm gonna work on a weapon, and then
Well, I'll tell you what. You're going to be working in a giant's forge. Your first attempt to burn it would be to see whether or not you might be able to burn it there. Because even though they told you that it could be burned in a volcano and that it was actually written so that the only way to destroy it would be to put it into Cauldron's fire, maybe you can test it once you've gotten used to using the King's Forge here.
We'll see about that.
So therefore, I wouldn't worry about choosing that as a new objective. Now, as far as the creating the movement, there are a lot of things that have happened in the time that you've been away from civilization. So when you guys get next to the next place you'll be aware of it is right here, because when you bring back the castle, a whole lot of things are different that you really can't understand how it could be so different. For example, in this castle, for the first time ever, you have found a library with books. A whole library, non-temporally twisted. The framework of the structure and such is that the books cannot leave the library, but you can access them anytime you wish in the library. The librarians are odd creatures. They are sallow-faced. They actually, if you detected using the paladin's ability, you would detect them as undead. These creatures have marks on their upper and lower lips as if their mouths had at one time been sewn closed. Their eyes are black pits with no irises.
Guys,
They only go by the term librarian, and they usually have a name associated with their location. Let me go get my names convention here for fantasy name generator.
So this is a library.
An actual
Yeah.
library, yes.
A library
Somewhere
with
in the
books
timeline,
that
someone is crying
Yes.
because my other character is a sage.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. This change is a planet-wide change. That's what I'm getting across. Let's see here.
Ooh. Huh.
Something radically changed. You've seen these effects a couple of times in your past. If you may recall, you saw it with
the sun going backwards for
the sun.
12 days.
Yeah, the 12 days of never. You've seen it before when you guys lost 7 months.
Yeah, we also had the other one where we sent the book back
Right. So
after we came back. And we lost another 3 months when we went to Bridgeton and went into the storm.
right.
And when we came back to, yeah, there was massive changes in Cauldron. It,
Okay.
the
So
town completely rebuilt, and nobles were in the center, and the peons were on the outside, and they had a whole different sort of
so this
government.
so this
Yeah, sorry.
giant's castle's his last name was what was his last name?
Bluthor.
Bluthor. So this place is known as Aethon Bluthor,
Aethon Bluthon.
called Aethon by short.
Luthor.
Yeah, it's the Aethon is the name of the city. It's the city of the Bluthor. So Aethon Bluthor.
Okay.
So the locals call it Aethon. So the librarian's name, therefore, is one more step here. Aethor Amun, Amun,
Aethor Amun.
Amun.
Aethor is A
You just
T
said
H
O-R,
O R.
and then
Okay.
Amun is A-M-U-N.
Not a
So
library.
Athor Amun is the librarian's name here.
Say it again.
Athor Amun.
Ah. The
Author, just like we said, A-T-H-U-R-O-R. Amun, A-M-U-N. It's just all put it together as one word. Athor Amun.
Ramen.
Amen.
Can I get an amen? Says the helmet.
Ah, damn it. As soon as I said it, I'm like, oh no.
I got an amen. Somewhere there's laughter and the episode ends with a question mark, right? Because did the curses actually go away, or are they still out there? Will these helms come back to visit you again? These and other questions will be answered next time on Nycos D&D Dawn Guard. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream, then we can talk for a little bit after that. I appreciate you guys staying with us